Hello.
Hello. Look at us.
How are we feeling?
In our Easter colors.
I
Mine's
know.
just like a t-shirt.
Hey, but it's still Easter.
It's Eastery.
Yes, I'm giving a koala.
I should have brought my Easter bonnet.
Oh, that would have been
Then
lovely.
that would cover my hair, and I'm not going to do that on 2 Gay Mats.
Can you imagine?
No. Everyone's got to see how the day is going. If it's drooping, if it's up, right now it looks a little too wet.
I think it looks nice.
No, it looks a little, but it's not wet, which is weird. I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever. No one cares about this. Hi.
Hi, how are we doing, everyone?
Hi, what's going on, everybody?
Hi, Tyler. How are you, sir? How are we all doing?
How we all doing? We feeling good?
Feeling good, feeling great?
Yeah.
Happy Easter and 420. I was thinking that, where it's like...
neither of us partake in that, but like...
Whatever I could, man. I'm just always high.
My coworker,
Yeah.
who is known for being very... unfiltered.
Okay,
at
we love
work,
that.
Walked up to a table of like 8th graders, like a couple days ago, and was just like, "Oh yeah, are you doing anything for Easter?" And also, it's 420. And the kids were just like, and then she was like, I mean, you guys don't know anything about that, and then like ran away.
Yeah.
And I was like, Alicia, you fucking idiot.
Oh, I thought you weren't going to say her name. I knew who it was.
Listen. If my boss is watching this, she knows who it was too.
I mean, it's true. I'm going to say it. The Katy hate is getting a little forced. I mean, we don't hate Katy. And the thing is, my opinion is that Wendy shouldn't have tweeted that.
I know.
I mean, we'll talk about it.
But
they shouldn't have tweeted that.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, so excited for Kelly Hope. It's a pop banger. Oh my gosh, I love.
I was about to be like, who's Kelly Hope?
Kelly Hope.
React to Kelly Hope.
React.
Like, oh God, who's this new person?
Who is
Whenever
this?
we get like comments being like, react to this person we've never heard of, we're just like, oh no, there's new people to keep track of. Okay.
Abby, my Katy hate comes from a genuine place.
Oh.
Mess. But yes, no, the thing is, we love exploring new artists. And we love that, like, Olivia Rodrigo gave us so much. Chappell Roan has given us so much.
Yeah.
And we jumped on the Tate train.
I know. We
really
were all set.
did.
We were like, we are on the train before some people.
And I mean, we're going to talk about it on the podcast. But the gays, the gay people, the very liberal gay people who don't need to fly out of New York City to get back to God's country. We're very on board with Tate.
Yeah.
Oh, and Tate's Jeff's trying to defend Tate, and it's like, baby, it's over.
Ooh, it's over so fast.
I know. I was thinking it really is.
What if the collab never comes out?
It's been his album has been announced. So unless her label, and that's the thing, maybe I'm going to jump. And my hope with this podcast is like, yes, the album's not out yet. There's something we can do. So we bullied Keke Palmer out of releasing that podcast. We can bully Tate out of releasing this.
Did you all have a nice Easter? I did. I worked at my restaurant.
I did. I went to Jackson's parents' house, and we had an Easter brunch that his mom.
Did you go on a tour, an Easter egg tour, like an Easter egg hunt? That's
yes, but Jackson hid the eggs, and so I found 2, but his sister found 4.
Wait, wait a minute.
Yes.
How many? First of all, I love how like you're acting like, oh, this was so hard.
It was a really hard moment for me.
All you found was 2. How many eggs were there? Like 10?
There were 15.
Okay.
I wanted more.
Okay.
I wanted more eggs.
It is always good when there's a lot of eggs.
Hi, Montrez.
Hello.
Oh, look, this is my stop. Time to get off the train. Yes. Sometimes. Have you seen The Sinners yet? The new.
No.
Oh.
I'm seeing it next week, and you're gonna be gone.
I am.
And I'm so excited for it. I hear it's unbelievable.
Right.
I hear it's phenomenal.
Wait, why is my being gone?
Because I want to talk to you about it.
Well, I mean, you can talk to who. I guess I don't know when you're seeing it, but whoever is going to be co-hosting this podcast, because I believe if all goes well, the first 2 Gay Mats podcast that does not feature Matt Palmer will be recorded this week.
Are you thinking I should try live streaming as well?
No.
Oh, that's too advanced for Matt Steele, guys.
That's too much. I think you should.
I thought Steele was the pro bullying Matt. When did I want to bully?
Look.
Oh, I remember that.
I do remember you being like bullying. Tate was my favorite. I can't with this. Honestly, she was so talented. May she rest. May she freaking rest.
Well.
But yeah, no, I think you should talk to. Have you talked to any possible co-hosts?
I haven't. I didn't even remember I was doing this until you texted me this morning.
Yes.
I'm like, oh,
I
shit.
am leaving. Because the thing is, if you record the podcast like Friday, Saturday, get all the news, then just premiere the edited version on YouTube at 6:30 on Sunday.
It'll feel like a live stream.
Right. And then I'll teach you how to upload it to Spotify.
Okay.
And put in the ad breaks.
Great.
And then you'll be ready to go. And
then it'll be the best podcast ever. Guys.
I mean, I don't know about that, but it'll be good. It'll be nice because one of my goals this year was to let go of the reins a little bit.
Okay.
And to like, I don't need to be the person to do everything.
Okay.
In many aspects of my life. And I've taken the podcast on. And then I'm just sharing the wealth.
Thank you.
In the future, you'll be able to do this without me.
And like, what if like you die in a plane crash on your way to an end? So then I have to like take on the burden of 2 gay mats myself.
I mean, I should say bye to the live streams.
I could figure it out. I would also, as Jackson's like auctioning away your stuff.
Wait, he's living through the crash and I'm not.
Well, Jackson can survive it all.
I can't survive?
Jackson's tough.
I'm not tough?
I could be like, Jackson, Matt Palmer says I need his computer and all this equipment. And also
right.
I need someone to teach me how to use it.
Well, one day.
Yeah.
One day it can happen. But
also, Matt on the left, you dead eye at the camera and it makes me laugh so hard, mama.
Which one? I guess Matt Steele's on the left? I mean, I look at, because this is where the comments are popping up. We're looking at a teleprompter.
Yeah.
So
I see. The thing is, he looks at the comments here, up here where there's like a teleprompter camera.
Yes.
This is too odd for me. So I look at the monitor where I can see ourselves and the comments. So that's why he always looks here and I'm always like,
there. It's true. That got dark quick. It did. Like that TikTok said, Matt is the gayest name. You'll find another. I love that people just think we just need to find another gay Matt to do this.
Yeah,
it's more. I bring a lot to the table.
Yes, but other gay Matts could as well.
No, you girl.
I'm just kidding. You're irreplaceable to the left,
Yes,
to the left.
I just listened to, because we drove to Santa Barbara this weekend, and I listened to B-Day all the way through again. I listened to a couple of albums all the way through that I was like, I need to listen to this album more, because fuck. I mean, we talk about B-Day literally every other week.
Yeah, we are the most ardent B-Day lovers on the internet.
I don't feel like the other album that I listened to all the way through, I listened to enough, especially because I had forgotten that my favorite song was on said album. And I was like, I think what's up? I'll talk to you about it during the show.
All right,
but
cool.
It's an album that I think I don't listen to so much because it kind of was intertwined with a bad boy situation.
Okay.
But it's like, it's been so long where it's like, I should get back into this album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Jackson's middle name Matt by chance? No, but Matt's is.
Hey, I've always gone by Matt.
Uh-huh.
I was just given the first name Daryl so that I would have the same initials as my mom. And it was almost going to be Donald. Glad that didn't happen.
Why?
Well, there's a certain person in office whose name I would share. And so we don't want that.
See, I was thinking Donald Duck. And Donald Duck's always been my favorite.
You do like Donald Duck.
Donald Duck is the best cartoon ever. Period. Okay,
well, I didn't have a chance to think about it, but fine. Hi, Noel. Hi, Olaf. Everyone, say thank you to the Match for giving us the 2-hour video on Patreon. And by the way...
Gonna read the children for Phil.
And maybe we'll talk about it during the podcast.
Oh, thank you, Riley.
You don't even have anything to say. You just wanted to show us
Thank
those
you. I appreciate
eyes
that.
and lips. That's very kind. I just need to say, to those people in the chat of the preview of that Lady Gaga reaction defending us, thank you so much. But also to the people who find it so annoying that we're like, hey, you can watch this 2-hour thing that we put on Patreon if you want to, or watch a 20-minute long-ass large clip of it here.
Yeah.
The people that are so mad about us being like, how dare you push the Patreon content this way? It's like, babe, you don't have to click on it.
You don't have to.
We're not clicking on
exactly
anything like making you buy anything.
Yeah.
But also, do you get paid at your job? Does your job pay you? Or do you just do it and like people expect you to do it whether you receive payment or not?
And we clock in the hours at 2 Gay Mats.
And
guys.
we clock in the free ass hours,
yeah.
which was my favorite comment. The people be like, they could do a podcast for us every fucking week.
We clocked in free ass hours for about 10 years.
Yes. And then it was like, you know what?
You know what?
There's got to be a way.
Yes, exactly. And also, it's not like we're being like, hey, to watch our mayhem reaction, you need to go to Patreon. Hey, to watch our reactions of the first 2 singles, go to Patreon. It's like
this is a
live
performance.
This is a concert. This is a bonus thing. And you also got like a solid 5th to a 4th of that concert on YouTube. You know? And it's like the stuff we put on Patreon a lot of times is like we're reacting to the deluxe version.
Yeah, the full, yes. Or like the full thing unedited, which by the way, even if we tried to upload that to YouTube, it would get blocked.
Yeah.
Like that's not something that YouTube
Lord knows
allows.
that, guys, this teaser is probably going to get blocked at some point too. So
watch it while you can.
Watch it while you can. I work in an electronics store for the good of the people. I absolutely never get disrespected by old people.
Oh, right. I don't know if I believe that, Riley.
Kelly, new single is about to eat. When is the date announced?
No one's announcing dates. people love the word soon, but like, guys, I need dates.
There's already a picture.
There's a picture. This is literally the same for Lorde. We have the title, we have the picture, we have the single cover. No date.
I want the date.
And baby, if it's Friday, I hope you and Matt Bridges like it.
What are the thoughts on the new arrangement of Born This Way? I liked it. It was a little different.
The beginning was different, and then it went into a regular song. Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Yeah. I mean, Palmer wasn't happy that he was listening to Born This Way,
but you know what? She did Shiza. She did Shiza, and she opened with Bloody Mary, a clip. So it's like, if you need this song, then I want you to have that.
She's not going to not perform Born This Way.
She could. Beyonce doesn't do Irreplaceable, which is wild. But
that is, I would love to hear some more Irreplaceable Beyonce, but yeah.
You know, we don't do.
But Beyonce has more albums than Lady Gaga?
I mean, are we counting Stars Born?
No.
All right, let's see. But also Destiny's Child. But Beyonce doesn't even do Destiny's Child shit.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
So we have Dangerous in Love, B-Day, Sasha Fierce, For, Beyonce, Lemonade,
Renaissance,
Cowboy Carter. Okay, it's 8.
The Fame Monster, because we do count that.
Separate album.
Born This Way, Art Pop, Joanne, Chromatic. Okay, so 7. Okay, 7. So I'm still correct, but not that by that much.
Right, not that correct. Yeah. Justice first. I'm glad that Jeff has found his justice.
Yeah. We are not entitled to knowing right away. We are counting A Star Is Born.
Oh, wait, to knowing right away what the dates are that they're releasing?
Yeah, I think that's what
I want to know.
They're saying we are entitled.
Oh, we are. I feel like we are.
Sugar Matt should know.
Right, just text us.
They need to give us a heads up so we can clear the schedule.
I'm just glad that people don't surprise drop albums as much as they used to.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't do that. Been rough. Imagine. Yeah, I know. It's 9 p.m. on a Thursday where I'm like at your house and then like Beyonce drops a full album. We have to come here and live stream, listen to it.
I know.
That'd be a mess.
I know. Katy needs to do her tour, go away for a few, and come back with actual lyricism. And of course, not with that man in production. So happy I don't work tomorrow. I get to hang out with the Mats and watch WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah. I love that night for you, Vinny. Oh, also, hi, Vinny. I miss you.
I liked the clip of the Lorde song.
Yeah, I heard a little clip. It sounded good.
I'm ready for it.
What was that? I love that title.
What was that?
What was
that? Sounds like a what's that title of a song by what's that?
Fiona Apple?
No, what was that? That feels good.
Oh, Jessie Ware.
Jessie Ware. It sounds like the name of a Jessie Ware album.
A little Shania Twain too. I was just singing I'm Gonna Get You Good earlier.
Yeah.
She loves an exclamation.
Sure.
I don't think what was that, but it also just reminds me of that. You've seen that Wendy meme. When Wendy's, it's like her Halloween show, and she's talking to her producer because she's looking in because it cuts to a man in like a really scary mask, and she's in the middle of talking, and she goes, "Wait, what was that?" Okay, James.
I don't know.
It's so good. So that's always good. I'm gonna think.
I miss the Discord so much, you guys. Everyone join the Patreon. We miss you, Vinny.
Oh, we miss you, Vinny.
I'm getting old and easily startled for surprise.
I know. It's like we have a younger person, Austin, in our chat, and he was like, Lorde said you can text this text message and get updates, and like I'm looking for clues and the Easter eggs. And it's like, babe, I'm too old for Easter eggs, even though I actually had an Easter egg hunt today. But I'm too old.
I know you were disappointed you only found 2.
I know, but I'm too old to like just give me the date. Give me the release date.
The date.
I'll put it in my Google Calendar.
And we'll get excited about it.
We'll get excited about it. But
I'm someone who thinks there will be an act 4 and it will be a surprise drop because she's obsessed with the number.
Oh my.
I never even thought about that. Fuck.
I know.
Okay.
No more surprises, B. We're too old.
But now are all of her albums going to be called acts?
No. I think I think she will have more albums. I think this is a trilogy.
A theme to this.
And maybe there'll be less like, I'm exploring a new genre in full on this album. And then after that, she'll just do whatever she wants.
What's the next project gonna be? How's she gonna top herself?
I don't know. I'm amazed I made it to a live Sunday night. Missed you all. We missed you too, Sandra.
I haven't seen you in a while.
No, it's been a minute. But we've seen you in person. And if you are in the tri-state area and want to see us in person, go to 2gaymatslive.com and get tickets to our August 30th live show at Caveat, the theater in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. I was going to say Los Angeles, New York City. We would love to see you there, to meet you there, and to enjoy a night of podcast recording, moments of argument between the two of us.
Yeah.
Maybe even a song, some Q&As.
They should expect a song.
You should definitely.
Hey, Big man, are you giving peace a chance tonight? Maybe.
Are we are saying? I mean, peace between us, not peace between us and Tate McRae. Like, I truly can't remember the last time I was so mad at a pop girl.
Yeah.
Like, how could you?
I know.
How could you?
Watched the last Culturistas interview with Chappell, and it was great. I feel they are very underrated as interviewers.
And no cue cards. Call her daddy. That is so funny.
Would love to fly out like Dr. Woods flew in.
You are always invited to fly out. She needs to do a surprise drop during the holiday season so we can have another "It's Christmas" moment.
It's Christmas. There's a radio freeze. Palmer, are you happy with RuPaul's Drag Race winner?
You know I'm thrilled. I mean, I'll try not to spoil it, just in case people are,
people.
Do people know who I'm rooting
yes,
for?
if they watch the podcast.
I will say, Susie Toot. I love that I just gave you Susie Toot updates, but it's just like there's a kismet there. She came in a what's the show that she was referencing in her Snatch game?
Little Shop of Horrors.
She had a Little Shop of Horrors dress that was very cool.
Okay, cool. So,
while she was just sitting in the audience without a mic, she looked great. She looked so good. Let me find. I'll find
that's so pre-jury on Big Brother coded.
Yes, it's just
pre-jury. She didn't get asked a question.
No one. But they all got a chance to walk out and like show whatever outfit they were wearing. All the girls that didn't make top 4.
I feel like Last Culturistas has copied 2 Gay Minutes with one of their segments. Oh, everyone's.
No,
there's only a few
things
to do on a podcast.
Yeah. If anything, I feel like we might have copied them a little bit, but ours is different because ours is timed. And theirs is timed, but theirs is like I'm reading something for a minute. Like it's essentially like I've whatever their final. I forget what their final thing is called.
It's I don't
think so. Honey.
Yeah.
So ours is timed, but ours isn't ranting and raving. It's more about like let's explain this thing the other one doesn't care about.
Yeah, exactly. It's slightly different, but it is just a timed thing.
But it was theirs first, not just But we did have Kathy's before they had
Katie's.
I know.
Yeah. But ours is for a very specific reason. Low-key said they didn't film the finales in theater. They don't film the finales in theaters anymore. Sean Evans getting a podcast might give that white man too much power. I don't know who that is.
Sean Evans. Oh, he is the host of the Hot Ones.
Oh, okay. A take I have that even I'm surprised by is I think Addison Rae has pretty decent stage presence.
That's great.
I mean, she's I assume she was like a theater kid of some kind.
I think she was a dancer.
Okay.
Right? Like that was her whole thing. You see, look at Susie in her.
Oh, nice. She's the plant. Nice,
yeah, she's the plant.
Nice. Clipping this and calling their lawyers.
Who?
Jeff.
Oh,
I guess Jeff is our agent or something.
He's going to try to get us sued by fucking Las Culturistas. They have enough money.
and we have no money to give them.
That's why we want you to go to patreon.com/2gaymats.
So we can give them money when they sue us.
No, we don't want to be sued. What happened to Lizzo labeling herself as a rapper? I don't know what's going on with Lizzo. I wish Addison Rae sounded better, but she's fun. I want to like Addison Rae, but I can't for some reason. That's kind of the boat I'm in, where it's like, I've given enough singles a chance. And
on Patreon.
On the Patreon. And I just like, at least this era, this one's not for me. And, that's fine.
Sure.
That's fine. It's someone Instagram messaged us. Did you see that? Being like, I know you guys said you didn't react to Selena's album because you didn't like the singles so much, but like it's a really beautiful body of work. And I wanted to be like, I listened to the album. And we made the right choice.
Okay.
But people do love it. It's just like when I have a feeling of like, oh, this is so inspired by Lana Del Rey. It's like, that's not for us.
Yeah, sure.
We're not Lana girls.
The thing is, I like Lana Del Rey as an art. Even though the music's not for me, I'm just like, you have such a clear idea of who you are.
That's true.
And you are the best person who does it.
Yes,
like,
that's
truly.
Yes.
But then like Lana impressions, I'm kind of just like, oh, well.
Right.
This music isn't necessarily what I listen to, and you're not the best one to do it. So,
right. Yeah. I do like that Charlie XCX song on the Selena album, Bluest Color or Warmest Blue.
Blue is the warmest color, like the movie?
I don't think it's that, but it's something with blue and warm.
Okay. Don't react to Selena's album. Spare me trying to defend it. Addison Rae's recent singles are bad except Diet Pepsi, but her EP is so good. Okay.
Hey, I liked that song that Mama's here, but I can't hear you because something's wrong with my phone.
What's wrong with your phone, mother? It's okay. As long as you're here.
Bluest Flame.
Bluest Flame.
That's what the song's called.
Nice.
And it's fully like a Brat cast off that they just put Selena on. But you know what? Whatever.
Whatever. How we feeling Lizzo's new era?
Hey,
I haven't listened to
the second single, but we like that they reached out to us to react to the first one.
Yeah.
Thought that was nice.
I like Lana Del Rey. She has a lot of daughters, but oh boy, those Lana daughters don't give the way she does.
Okay. I need a Ray or Rena. I mean, I hope that Ray album is still coming because I feel like it was done and then she was like, oh, my car got stolen with my laptop and all my songs on it. And I'm like, what? There's no backups?
Devastating.
No externals?
Yeah. Madison Beer is the best Lana daughters. Madison Beer, we reviewed a couple of Madison albums for Patreon, and I don't remember her being Lana.
It felt more Ariana-y at the time, but I do think maybe she's evolved her sound.
The Jenny album is pretty good. Did you guys listen to it?
I don't think we did. No, I did not.
I think because Rosé was the first one we saw, we were like, this is going to be our Blackpink.
Right.
Girl.
And Apata is
just so great.
Still so great.
I want to root for Lizzo, but the new single just sounds like something you hear at TJ Maxx.
I feel like, it's hard for her to escape that criticism, that kind of like, target mom sound. But, maybe that's the sound she likes.
But also that was very kind of much like of the time when she started to become famous, kind of.
True.
Like that was very in.
Yeah, like her biggest hits kind of fall in that category. So it makes sense that that's the music she makes.
Sure, yeah. I love Ray. I'm really rooting for her. She's one of the best vocalists of this generation. She's great. Mama Palmer loves Ray.
Yes, absolutely.
Wait, I got here 10 minutes late. Did they already say if they're going to talk about Sinners?
We have not seen Sinners.
No, I haven't seen Sinners. I'm seeing it in a couple days.
Yes. And that'll be great.
It will be great. I hope so. I hear it's truly phenomenal. And I'm like, why is it coming out in April?
Is it scary? I heard it was scary.
It's not vampires or something like that.
I get scared.
Okay. You'll be fine. I can't get past the time when I heard someone call Lizzo Black Major. All of my friends who were into her at her peak are now Target moms, including me. So, I mean, yeah.
It tracks.
Target moms need music too. Don't disrespect.
Oh my God. One of Miley's biggest stands on Twitter, unstand because End of the World isn't charting, seems a little dramatic. Like, guys, are you a stan if you're only standing the artist if they have like commercial success every second?
Yeah.
Like that seems wild to me. Could you imagine me jumping off the Mariah train during Glitter? That's when you have to really
That's when
your
you have
love.
to fight
That's
for
when you
your
have to fight.
people. Yes, exactly. And unstanning isn't like an official act. Like it's like not like, oh, I am clocking out of work.
Right.
It's like you can still stand someone and be like, oh, this wasn't their best or something like that.
Or just like...
Or it seems like they just unstand just because she wasn't charting.
Which is
it's like,
wild.
who gives a fuck what other people think?
I know. You should like the music you like.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like Lizzo's music evolved much from when she was big. Yeah.
If you don't like blood, then it's scary. There's a few jump scares, but that's it. It's not bad.
Blood is my issue.
You literally loved the substance.
I did.
Yeah, so you'll be fine.
It's an excellent and not crazy scary, Palmer. Okay, great.
The Wedding Banquet is also wonderful and worth seeing, but Sinners is the movie of the year.
Wow.
So, it's a front runner for
Real?
Best Picture. Oh, buy it.
For Best Picture.
Absolutely.
Damn. All right.
Accounts like Pop Crave Fanbase have ruined music. All people care or talk about is stats. Ignore them.
Right.
Just ignore them. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully Kelly's new single isn't Target core.
Hey, I'm excited because it's Kelly's first single as an indie artist.
Yeah.
Like she is not...
She's putting out what she wants.
She's putting out whatever she wants. Which I'm like... I feel good and bad about. Like I hope it's what I want.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it's going to be something she's passionate about. And like, I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. Chemistry was great.
It's great.
And that is an album that did not chart so well.
Yeah.
But it solidified her greatness as an artist. I think she just has such a vision vocally, emotionally, lyrically. When she has shit to write about, she's an incredible songwriter and she had a lot to write about on that record. So if it's anything like Chemistry, I'll be on board.
Yeah.
Justice for Skip This Part.
And justice for Skip This Part.
And the fact that we never got
that video
of her performing that at the show.
I know. We were there. We were there. It was
and
Patreon only.
It really was Patreon only. And she had to start over because she was so emotional. It was so like piece by piece idol.
I know.
Give
it's like you were there when. God.
I know. Apparently she didn't put it out because she watched it and it was the first time that she felt like she wasn't at a weight she wanted to be at, which I guess her doctor had told her, but she didn't see it, blah, blah, blah. And so now she's, lost some weight via whatever. And so I don't know, whatever it is. And I respect, but that performance deserves.
I know. She sounded unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
In that
like,
show.
She couldn't get through the song.
I know.
Because it's so emotional.
I know. So she's like, I'm going to start it again. And we were like, yeah, we want to hear it again.
And I don't know if I should say this, but I was sitting next to someone who I truly don't remember who it was, but it was someone who was worked on the show. And when she did skip this part, she looked back at us and was like, "Why wasn't this the single?" And I was like, "I don't know, babe." Like, I thought you'd be in the rooms.
Who turned to someone turned to you?
Someone from the Kelly Clarkson show, someone who worked there, and was like, "Why wasn't this the single?" And I was like,
"It's like you tell me."
I thought you'd have some two
Wait,
cents.
I didn't know you.
That was
you did not tell me that was said to you. Nobody talked to me. I was standing there. Nobody was looking in my direction.
That was said to me.
Wow.
Chemistry was amazing. I was rooting for it at the Grammys. I mean,
what the? I know.
What the? Message was retracted. Oh, maybe Sebastian has more to say.
You have more to say, Sebastian?
I also think it's funny that it gets retracted there, but,
but
we
not
still
in the
see
little
it in there.
pink,
I mean, what can we do?
Spot. Yeah. Oh God, guys.
Last week was such a long fucking week. I'm so glad. I mean, this week will be a little hectic because I'm traveling back to Atlanta, which we'll talk about. But last week, I was driving to El Segundo every day.
Oh,
and then
sorry.
The weekend. Why are the she-wolves fighting with the Arianator? Someone fill me in. I'm not on Twitter. Wait, are Shakira's fans called she-wolves?
Don't know.
Yeah, we don't know why. But I hope they get along. I mean, what could Shakira and Ariana have to dislike each other about, or like to be mad at each other about? I don't know.
Don't know. Just be like, stop it.
Don't worry. Twitter's not real.
It's not.
Stan wars aren't real.
None of it's real. Live your life.
Live your life.
Buying a charm bracelet in the store took an act of courage.
Hey, and we did it. That's the thing. Is like, if you just jumped back on board during emancipation, you're no lamb. You're no lamb. You're not. And that's fine. But like, if you were around from the highs of Heartbreaker to the rest of Rainbow to highs creatively of the Glitter album, commercially a little low, and sat through Charm Bracelet, you're a real lamb.
Yeah.
You're a real lamb.
It's like how Damien Chazelle could release a movie filmed on an iPhone for $10 and I will be there to see it.
I mean, but
10 times.
What the director of Anora did in some of his films?
Yeah, but like in a different way.
Different way, okay.
I'd love it if Damien Chazelle was like, iPhone, let's do it.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Damien likes a little more polish. Sean Baker's thing is like, ooh, it's going to be rough around the edges. Right. Yeah.
Damien likes some polish.
But hey, whatever Damien wants to do, I will sit in that movie theater and see it.
People jumped on during them. Jeff, you're literally the only person who doesn't like the Emancipation of Mimi on earth. So you can be mad about it, but it's one of her biggest hit albums for a reason. The biggest comeback truly anyone's ever had for a reason. I think it was either biggest selling album of 2005 or the second, behind like 50 Cent or something.
Yeah. Michelle and Jesse are so dark and toxic, but
we're talking about The Valley season 2.
Oh. And you know who's going to be on The Valley?
Who?
Danielle Reyes.
What?
She's gonna.
As what?
I think she's like making an appearance in an episode or something.
To do what?
I don't know. She's been posting it on her Instagram, and I'm like, girl, what are you gonna do?
Who is she? Who did she even know from The Valley?
I don't know. Like, she's doing something on The Valley. Oh, that's all I know.
That is
like
wild.
She filmed a little something for The Valley, and I don't know. Wouldn't watch a Damien Marvel movie. I would absolutely watch a Damien Marvel movie.
Oh yeah, he would watch that.
I would suddenly become a Marvel gay.
No, and then you'd have to watch all of them and all those TV shows.
I'd be so confused the whole time, but I would do it.
You would do it. Ooh, that glitter arrow was. It really was. If you were there, it was not a fun time to be a Mariah fan, but it was. It was a great album. At least the music was good. At least.
Do we like Carly Rae Jepsen? Are we gay or not? We love Carly Rae.
We love Carly
She's
Rae.
wonderful. They're so easy to hate watch. What is?
Just Janet from The Valley.
Hope we get an update on Steele's friends who are listening to the playlist. Tease me. Oh, don't worry.
Yes, we must.
I don't know when we're going to insert Travis tracks, but somewhere.
Yeah, wherever it comes up.
It's crazy how unheard of Mariah's accomplished 15 years of career.
I know.
Do you see the video of Mariah walking into the room during
her
son's Oh, we loved it. Yeah. Danielle filmed a promo for The Valley. I don't think she's actually on the show. The promo is on YouTube.
Because it truly would make no sense if she was on the show. None. So
what do you mean, thank God? I would love to see her. Listen, Damien Chazelle, Danielle Reyes. Those are two people who I will stand no matter what.
It's so funny because I have Jeff and Jean are texting me because they are just catching up on Traitors. Mm-hmm. And you know what their first text was?
What?
I fucking hate Danielle.
I don't get it. What the fuck did she do?
I was like, I know. They're like, oh, she's just the overacting and the crying in a corner. She's such a headache. She was never trying to work with Carolyn. And I'm like, you need to explain to Matt
Carolyn wasn't trying to work with her. What the fuck do you people not understand?
I mean, maybe I was going to say that when hopefully they can come to the Traitors party we're having for my birthday. And when we do, you should talk to them about it. Probably after we play our game of Traitors, or they're going to vote you out.
Here's something I will tell you. If I end up being a traitor, first one's dead.
Oh, well, see, don't do this. I just love that. Yeah, I just love that you are the only person that, like, the thing
I am not the only
like you're the only person that loves her, but I do believe you're the only person that can't see why people didn't
I don't get it at all.
I'm
not the only person who doesn't see it. The Big Brother fans online are like, what the fuck is everyone's problem? She's literally like trying to pretend like she's not a traitor. Like, and I don't understand why that's a reason to dislike someone.
I do get it. I was not up in arms. I did not hate her, but I did get it. She was just doing a lot. She just was doing a lot.
Yeah, it's a TV show. I don't get it. It's like, oh no, this person's giving us something to watch. Who the fuck are we else? Like, Sierra? Is Sierra someone who is exciting to watch?
She's doing great on Summer House this season.
Wow, what a game.
But also, it would be good if it wasn't so fake. If you, as the audience member, are like, "Oh my God, she's being so fake right now,"
most of the cast believed it.
I know, we knew it was didn't fake believe it
because we know she's a traitor.
I know, but if it was like a better performance,
but it was a good performance because most of the players believed it.
They believed her because she was saying, "I swear on my grandkids," not because like her crawling in a corner and like.
But they were believing it all. Not all of them.
I mean,
but
yeah,
a
she
lot
got
of them
kicked
were
out so much she really didn't believe it forever.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying there is a point of view that makes sense.
But I don't understand. I don't understand why that is a reason to dislike her.
Because it's like she reads as disingenuous and like not in like, oh, I'm just playing the game kind of way, but just like overacting emotionally for like unnecessarily. It's like you didn't need to do this as a traitor, and the choice you made feels like a big swing that makes me uncomfortable to look at.
But. Okay, if it was a bad strategy, okay,
yes.
But why is that a reason to not be able to stand something? Like, I don't get. It's not like she was like awful to people. It's not like she said anything terrible.
Collaborate with Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, like I truly don't. It's like I don't understand people who are just like, oh, I hate this person just because they are doing something that you wouldn't necessarily do. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay. I truly will never get it.
I feel like you're choosing not to get it.
No, I truly do not get it. I don't get it.
I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help.
And you're all babies? Like, I don't like, oh, this person is like kind of like a little weird to watch. I'm uncomfortable, therefore I must not be able to stand them.
But it's not like I'm going to push her down if I see her in public, but you're like, I'm enjoying my viewing of the show less because of you. That I think is a valid thing to say.
But it makes it so messy and fun.
I mean,
it's a very, and this is shade, it's a very Bravo mentality.
Oh, don't do this. Don't do this. You've watched 8 episodes of Bravo.
And I am a snob. I don't give a fuck.
You are a snob. Yeah, you are a snob.
I am a snob about this.
Oh, some people. I'm just happy Gabby won, and now more people love her. I have since Clayton. Gabby's iconic. I love Gabby. I will say, off pod, I had to turn off her interview with Las Culturistas because she was like, I don't know. I feel like that sometimes the shtick's a little thick with Gabby. Like, and I do like her a lot, but I just have to say that.
Oh, you don't care when her shtick is thick. But Danielle's shtick is thick.
I mean, not on the show. On the show it was refreshing, but like a full hour of her doing that was a little.
Well, because on the show, because honestly, my issue with Gabby on the show was we didn't see enough of a reason to like. It's like you would just show like little hints of her and it'd be like, oh, I kind of like what she's doing. Why aren't we seeing more of it? So I don't understand why people thought she was so iconic on the show, because whenever I see her in real life, I'm like, oh, she's actually really fun and cool. Right. I don't know.
But you know who's more iconic than anyone we've discussed? Fucking Phaedra. And is she a monster? Yes. But damn if she was not perfect on that season of Traitors and like was seen just enough. That is Bravo, my dear. Someone who can make television, good television that people enjoy, moment to moment, action to action. Beautiful. Beautiful performance.
There was a reason to actively dislike her.
But that was a long time ago. We're putting it back. We've decided to move on from that as a culture.
Yeah. There is one Phaedra thing that people give way too much.
Oh, what is that?
This is not The Bachelor, and I don't have to kiss your ass for those. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, she ate him up," and I'm just like, it wasn't that good, guys.
It was great. It was great. I mean,
that was like a 6.5 out of a 10 scale of a read. Okay,
I thought it was great. It also was. I mean, it was also overused because they used it like every promo. I feel like it was like okay. By the time
she had better ones than this. I don't know.
I thought it was great. It was fine. And also, fuck Peter. I hated Peter. I thought Peter was a headache. He was always coming for Phaedra.
Because he was playing a game.
I'm still mad at that.
I know it sucks though that Trishelle, the best player of the season, won.
we cannot talk about Trishelle. I bet she loves Morgan Wallen. That's all I'll say.
Listen, she has not confirmed.
Yeah, she has not confirmed. But just this black trans woman, just really, I don't trust her for some reason.
Listen, you can never judge whenever people are the first. And listen, Peppermint did a bad job. Like Peppermint spilled, like accidentally said something, and you're just searching for a reason to vote someone out. And so Trishelle was just like, well, there's a reason.
But would she have done that if it was anybody else on the cast? Fuck Trishelle. We have been watching Trishelle for so long.
There is no proof of what Trishelle's being accused of.
I've seen it. I felt it. Peppermint felt it in that room, and I trust the person who was wronged in the situation, the person who was on the receiving end of this possible bigotry. Fuck Trishelle.
Okay.
All right.
Steele is eating Palmer up. Oh no, Chris and Timothy both agree with me.
Chris and Timothy are wrong. And you're going to say that next week when Matt Steele can't figure out how to upload this damn podcast.
Hey.
And you're like, oh, I miss Palmer. Fuck him. Oh, God.
Oh, God. Let's start.
Oh, Lord. We cannot talk about Boston Rob.
Listen, it's all Boston Rob's fault.
Fuck. That's true.
It's all Boston.
If there's anything we can agree on, fuck Boston Rob.
It's all Boston Rob's fault that there was a mess between Danielle and Carolyn. Okay.
Boston Rob sucks. We can all agree.
It's a fact. Sorry, I just spilled a fact.
You didn't spill a fact.
I spilled a fact. If Boston Rob didn't do what he did, Danielle would have been like, okay, now I need to course correct. And yeah. What I'm saying is a fact. Sorry.
I'm hearing you.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Do you think there are any gay men out there who are like, I stand Boston Rob? Because I feel like it is severely, but like current day.
Yeah.
Real.
Absolutely.
Every person who I'm like, I love Boston Rob is a straight lady. Which like I love.
Oh, the straight ladies love
him
Boston
in a way that I'm
Rob.
like, what are you? And I've seen him in the past. I'm like, yeah, he was cute, but like, he was just a steamroller. He was such a steamroller.
Well, I mean, those types of reality contestant people are like, especially like in the heyday of reality competition shows. It
bothers me.
It's like you will get that person out. It's like Boston Rob, Derek, Dr. Will, like those.
It's people. Also like, would you not just get Boston Rob out like immediately?
Fucking Russell Hands, like. You know.
All right. Should we start?
Okay.
What were we even talking about?
We're talking about fucking Traitors again.
I need a cast announcement.
For a show that is as flawed as it is, I can't believe it brings out so many passion.
Oh, there's so much passion.
Because it's literally just like if you put all your favorite pop divas together in a room and had the fans argue with each other. It's like Standoms arguing with each other.
It's true.
And they will never budge.
We won't.
They will never budge. The Big Brother fans will never turn against Danielle
I mean, unless she collaborates with Morgan Wallen.
Unless she collaborates with Morgan Wallen.
She wouldn't. She wouldn't.
No.
Yeah.
She might.
And reminder, I like Danielle.
Yes.
I just want that to be clear. I didn't have the big problem with her. All right?
But I think we need to call out the people who do.
I don't know. Okay, do you want to start?
Guys, it has been weeks, months,
month
and a half since that Traitors finale happened. And on the live stream, we just got into a screaming match with each other. This show just lingers.
That's the thing. And this is a show that you have pointed out several times that like game-wise has some holes.
Flaws.
But when you have Bravo favorites and CBS reality favorites, it brings out a lot of emotion, a lot of passion, and we still feel that passion to this very day.
I know. It's like the passion always just like comes up, it bubbles up, it rises again.
Yes.
Because the passion has risen. Oh. Because it's Easter. Oh my God. Look at that. Next week when I'm hosting this podcast by myself,
well, there will be someone
I am going to be able to tie all this shit in. I'm a natural host. Give me a late night talk show.
Yeah, we've only had 300 episodes for you to get better on the podcast. But yes, you are now a natural host.
Thank you. Emmy,
this way.
Emmy.
Oh my God. Okay, wait, let's do an ad. Got a question for you guys. Have you ever tried to get into Shakira's music, or is she just not that interested you guys? Been relevant for 30 years. I think she's underrated in the U.S. I mean...
Shakira's brilliant. She's a brilliant performer. I truly don't know a bunch of her stuff outside of...
the singles. I mean,
Hips
whenever,
Don't
wherever.
Lie, wherever.
I mean, I know She-Wolf. Hips Don't Lie, obviously. And she had a follow-up to... Whenever, wherever, they're like, underneath your clothes, there's an endless story.
Yeah.
There's an endless
we also didn't get any email my hearts.
Oh, right. So if you have an email,
send us an email.
Send it to us.
If you have a question that might be mildly entertaining.
Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
You please start.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to 2K Matt's the podcast. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
And we are back again another week, and we are coming to you live on Easter Sunday, actually. Yeah. So we are people who don't take holidays off sometimes.
Yes.
And so Matt Steele.
Yeah, well, I've worked Easter every year for like the past 12 years, like at my restaurant and everything. And Sundays I work doubles. I work at the restaurant and I come here and I do the live stream and the podcast and everything. So I do not take off for Easter. I am so brave.
You're so brave. And you're going to be, you know, the only person of the two of us that's going to be hosting this podcast next week, because I'm going home to Atlanta for my 20th high school reunion, which will be interesting. Fun for all of us.
I never knew we'd get here.
I mean, and here we are.
And here we are. Yet we are still so young. Yeah. Like, I remember being young and thinking like, oh my God, 20-year high school reunion. Girl, like, just pack it up. It's over and everything. And now I'm just like, wait, I just graduated. I mean, I haven't hit 20 years yet.
Right, but we're not a world away.
But I'm still, it's just like, wow.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, I think it'll be fun. I feel like also I have my friend Alessia, who like was my best friend in junior high and high school, and she now lives in London.
Was she the Eponine in Les Mis at your high school? Is that
no,
her?
No, that's Emily,
who
we also love. But she was actually studying abroad during Les Mis. She was, you know, in Italy or London.
You could study abroad in your high school?
Well, you know, the Westminster School.
We went to the fancy schmancies.
But she was, when we did Into the Woods Junior, she was Cinderella in that production.
And she skipped like her senior year show.
Well, that was our junior year show. It should have been our senior year show.
Gotcha.
Some of us didn't get the
This
parts
is a complex story, guys. Wow.
But yeah, so this time next week, I hope you will be watching Matt Steele and another person having pre-recorded a podcast.
Yeah, it's not going to be live streamed.
It will not be live streamed, but it will premiere at 6:30 p.m. on our YouTube channel, ideally.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen, just know that Matt Steele and I tried our best. Yeah. But I think we can happen. I think it'll be the first episode of this podcast that I am not featured on.
Wow.
And I can't wait for that.
It'll be fine. You know, I always go into it thinking it's going to be a complete disaster whenever I record something by myself, and it ends up being a fun disaster.
Yes, a beautiful disaster, would you say?
This is beautiful disaster.
This is beautiful disaster.
I think that's how I'm going to open the podcast next week. Spoiler alert for you guys. But Matt Palmer, what did you do this week?
This week I did several things. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out, this might be our 300th episode of the podcast.
Okay.
We are so bad at like following along as to how many podcasts there are.
20 years and 300 episodes.
And that's just the podcast, obviously, not including our YouTube videos, which came 6 years prior to the podcast.
Yeah.
So if it is our 300th, happy 300th Matt Steele in the audience. This week, I had a pretty busy week. I had to drive to El Segundo from the east side of LA, which if you don't know, that is a long trek. Luckily, I think since it was over the 2 Coachella weekends, the traffic wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But 3 days where I had to travel like over an hour each way in the car took a lot out of me. It was not an easy thing. So once that was over, that was very good. And then on Friday, we went to Santa Barbara to visit some college friends of Jackson's and now friends of mine. And their son is an 8th grader, so senior as far as junior high goes. And he was Patrick in the SpongeBob the musical.
Nice.
And so I saw that for the first time, and like, what a cute musical. He did a bang up job, incredible job. They also had an incredible SpongeBob. I think her name is Soul, and she's got soul.
Okay.
Yeah, so great, just great performances all around. And so that was absolutely a joy. And then we went up there on Friday, came back down on Saturday, and went straight to USC for Jackson's cousin's sketch comedy group. And this was his final, because he's a senior in college. Lots of seniors rolling around.
I know.
He's a senior in college, and this was his last group, like sketch show with this group called Four Quaz. And so this was his final sketch performance as a college, student. And so that was quite a moment for him. So I was happy to have been there for it. And then after that, I stayed up and watched the Drag Race finale, which we'll get to a little bit later.
All right.
So that was tough for me because, I love to sleep, especially after driving 2 ways and, a lot of driving during the week. And then today we went over to Jackson's family's house, his parents, and we had an Easter moment, had a lovely Easter brunch that his mom and aunt made for all of us. And Jackson hid 15 eggs and I only found 2.
Oh, Jackson hid the eggs.
Jackson hid the eggs, yes.
Oh,
yes. But
he hid 15 eggs and he only found 2. How challenging was this Easter egg hunt?
It was, he's always like, trying to do something cute.
Yeah.
And like he knows his home, his childhood home very well.
He knows the knick-knack. He knows the spots.
He knows the spots in the backyard. And so his sister, who also grew up there, got 4 eggs.
She knows the spots.
She knows
too.
the spots. I
Yeah.
don't know the spots
You
as
don't
well.
know the spots, yeah.
I was happy to get 2. Some people didn't get as many. So can't look a gift horse.
Were
in the
there
mouth.
little gems in the Easter eggs?
No, we got different little like Easter egg candies earlier on in the day, but within the plastic candies we found, or the plastic eggs we found, were numbers because there was actually a point system. So if I had gotten the number 15 and the number 14, I could have won the Easter egg hunt.
Oh, that's
with just 2,
interesting.
but it didn't happen. I got 6 and 8, and it wasn't enough.
That doesn't add up to anything
It doesn't.
substantial.
It was too bad. But yeah, so long story short, it was a busy weekend, but a good one. One that was very, a lot of comedy and musicals that I was privy to and that I got to set my eyes on, and I really loved that.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful.
And Matt Steele,
yes,
how was your week?
Well, it was fun. Speaking of Easter, not Easter.
Yes.
This Catholic over here went to his first Seder.
Oh,
happy Easter Passover.
Yes.
And but the thing is, like, I feel like, because I was at this Seder and they were like, oh, have you ever like done anything like this? And I'm like, actually, like in CCD, like catechism class and everything, we would talk about Passover and all the traditions and everything, and they would have us try some of the food sometimes.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, I feel like Catholics should absolutely do a Passover thing too, because it's like, that's our history as well.
Absolutely.
Like, it's all, a timeline.
Yes.
And so I feel like as a Catholic, I should start doing Passover.
I love that.
Is that appropriation? these Catholics are appropriating Passover.
I mean, it just might be, but I mean, I feel like you could certainly go and be a guest when invited to as many
which
Passover.
is what I was. And it was very much a Passover light. Like it was a very... it's like, Seders are usually several hours and everything.
Yeah.
They read all the things. And a running joke about Seders is most of the hours are spent arguing about what comes next in the Seder and everything. But this was very, because my friend, her parents were in town and she's a quarter Jewish. Her dad is half Jewish. And she has a 2-year-old son. And so she's like,
This Lauren?
No, this is my friend Megan.
Oh, Megan.
My friend Megan and her husband Christian. And they were just like, we're just going to do a little teeny tiny one. It's going to last about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's nothing official happening. It's just like she just read something easy schmeezy and we just had some of the matzah crackers and blah, blah, blah.
I love that.
And the brisket and everything. And so it was very fun. It was very it was a cute moment, and I got some free food, and I always appreciate that.
You absolutely do.
Oh, if there's anything, I love.
By the way, we have
food.
extra Easter candy in here.
Jackson already gave me
Perfect.
some. Yeah, Jackson already gave me all of your little chocolate eggs that you don't want. I had 4 as you were in the shower as I was waiting.
Like
for
you've
this
already
podcast
consumed
to start.
them?
Of course I did.
Oh, all right.
If there's chocolate in front of me, I will not wait. I will consume.
I think that's
and
beautiful.
I will bring it home and then eat the rest later.
Oh, good for
and
you.
Have a great time.
Yes.
And I think that was my week. I mean, I worked. I wrote some.
Yeah, we watched the Gaga Coachella.
We got together. We watched the Gaga Coachella. We put it up on our Patreon, and I edited together like a condensed video showing just a portion of it.
Right.
And put that on YouTube.
Upset some people.
Which upset some people that a paywall exists.
But you know what? I hope you all get paid at your jobs. And so since this is a job, even though you may not think it is, we are happy to be paid for the first time in 13 years. So thanks for watching.
There's some back payments.
We're still waiting on. And we had to pay a lot in taxes.
We sure did.
But whatever. Long story short, we appreciate you. And we're happy.
Oh, and I finished my taxes. That was a big thing I did this week. Yeah.
That was.
You know what actually screwed me?
What?
Not that it screwed me, but obviously like with 2 gay mats stuff adding to my income and everything, I owed more than I usually do.
Sure.
But I owed even more actually because I'm on Covered California health insurance. And when 2024 started, I was like, this is my average income per year and everything. But because I did not expect 2 gay mats to do as well in 2024 as it did, I reported my income and they were just like, you made more than you should have for this health insurance that you are receiving from the state.
Right.
So therefore you need to pay that back.
Yes.
So actually that was a nice fraction of the taxes that I owed.
Right.
Yeah. Which, happy to do. But I'm also now on the prowl for some new health insurance.
I bet.
Because don't want to do that again.
No, don't want that to happen. And I also wonder, should we be, again, not to make this taxes podcast, but whatever, it's the season.
Yeah.
Should we be doing estimated taxes every quarter so that by the time tax season rolls around next year, we don't have to pay a big chunk? Because there's with 2 Gay Matt's Patreon payments, you're not withholding any of that for taxes.
Yeah.
So it's just something I'm mulling over.
Okay, let me know how that goes.
I will let you know how it goes.
Teach me what to do, like how you're going to teach me how to hook up this podcast.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm so happy to teach you my ways.
Thank you.
Should we jump into the news for idiots?
Yeah.
Guys, to quote Tyra Banks, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
How dare you?
How dare you? I've never screamed at a girl like this.
I know. When my mother screamed at me like this, it's because she loved me.
And loved is past tense.
No.
Tate McRae has spent the last week going from teasing to confirming her upcoming collaboration with country music racist Morgan Wallen. Look, okay, I am not in the business of punishing women for things that men have done. But the fact that there's so many articles that'll detail the history of what Morgan Wallen has done, the multiple DUIs, the multiple arrests for being drunk in public, and of course the 2021 video of him saying the N-word on camera. He is a person where it's okay, if I had collaborated with him before, I'd take that shit off streaming. We don't need to talk about it. I didn't know. It's over. Whatever. The fact that you, in 2025, are making this decision, and not only, it's not if Carrie Underwood was going to do this after, her whole Trump fiasco, it's you know what, babe, you're already off the boat. If people are why doesn't Post Malone get as much heat because he's also collaborating with Morgan Wallen? It's you know what, my boycotting Post Malone's music would be me skipping Levi's jeans on fucking Cowboy Carter. I don't listen to him. Sure. Tate's entire fan base, the base of who has made her the marginally amount of famous as she is, are gay men like us who are pushing people to be you must watch this music video.
You must. She's talented.
Look at these moves. Look at what she is doing.
And she's giving a pop star we haven't seen in so long.
Isn't this exciting? And we're twisting people's arms. We are the people who are her fucking street team. Her promoting of this album, half of it was the fact that she was on Las Culturistas. And I must say, I had to turn that interview off 5 minutes in because, man, she's boring. And unfortunately, she's also someone who cannot read the room. The fact that her team, everyone around her, decided this was a good idea. I don't care how many albums this man sells. What is the overlap in your audience? What piece of his audience is your audience?
And it's okay, I guess you want to find another demographic that you can appeal to, whatever. There are so many other artists that are huge, that are very, very huge. And you don't need to go for the actively it's not even that he's problematic. It's he is the most problematic. And it's supporting him is actively supporting. It's the MO is there.
Yes.
It's very clear what he is about.
Yes.
It's not sort of he maybe did this. Maybe he collaborated with this. It's Tate, you could have collaborated with someone who's just problematic adjacent. Collaborate with a Post Malone who collaborated with Morgan Wallen.
Sure.
That's okay. Okay. But the actively going for the jugular there is just a very, very confusing thing. And it's really fascinating because I think about the time when Britney Spears first came out, and it's straight men at the time, bros, were listening to Britney Spears, right? Because they were buying her CD because they thought she was so hot. Obviously, I guess they also had ears. They knew the music was great too. But they wanted to have access to her in the same way everyone else did because she was a very appealing artist and everything. So straight guys were very much listening to hot pop girl music and everything. These days, they're not. They're not because if they want to just see the pop star, they can Google. Britney Spears was not around during Google. Okay. Right. So they're not going to stream her music because that's not what they necessarily want to get from her
Right.
unless they have good taste, unless they like want great music, you know? So it's just a very, very confusing direction to go in.
Yes.
And I don't know if it'll have the desired effect because you're also really angering, like,
It's like
the base that you have, the demographic that you have.
You're alienating more people than you're gaining
Yeah.
with this. I just don't imagine a Tate McRae concert being filled with Morgan Wallen fans ever. And the fact that you would make this decision, it really is like, you know, when we were listening to Sports Car and we're like, oh, this gives PCD, this gives Buttons, we weren't thinking Nicole Scherzinger and Russell Brand's comments. And that's what you chose to do. You haven't done exactly that, but it's a stone's throw. Like, I'm concerned. I'm not listening. I will miss the couple of songs of hers that I was into, but I just am so disturbed by this choice. And like, it just says so much about you, the fact that you can, I don't know, you would rather be like, well, he sells all these records. It can't, like, people can't hate him this much. Your fans hate him this much. It just was such a weird choice. And maybe, I will hope beyond hope that much like Keke Palmer, even though this clearly has already been recorded and the track list is out, maybe someone can step in and be like, hey,
let's cancel this.
We got to get her off this. This
Yeah.
is too much of a backlash. We didn't foresee it. Because sometimes bullying works and this would be bullying for good. I would always, even if she...
I have been bullied for good.
And I would always, even if she did do that, I would look at her a little sideways, but at least I'd be like, okay,
she knows how she understands, or
Yes.
like her team understands, or something like that. I mean, the thing, and this is not giving her as an adult a pass because she is an adult.
She's an adult.
I do think I'm kind of just like, you know, this was a dance competition girl. You know, this was like someone who didn't necessarily like builds their career like on like their full set. Like, it's not like she was like writing songs in her basement
Right.
and everything like that, like producing her own stuff and building herself up that way. It was very much like, this is a girl who has very much been a performer her entire life. And so is very commercial, obviously. And so people kind of are able to bigger names are able to like be like, okay, we will help guide your career. So maybe she's not used to being the one making these decisions. And so she's just like, okay, yeah, whatever you think is best, especially because you said the Las Cultures interview it did not strike you as someone who had strong opinions about things.
No, she was very chill.
But still, it's kind of just like, but you know what? I can understand that aspect of it. Maybe if that is what happened, like this decision was made for her and she just went along with it.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the day, I'm kind of just like, no, but she's an adult. She's an adult. She has agency over herself and her career. And I hope she takes that agency and says, you know what, guys, I don't think this is a good idea.
I hope so too. It's not too late.
Is that guy's music decent?
I will never know.
I will never know. But like, can anyone explain why he, of all people, is finding so much success with his music?
I do think people like that he is racist. I think people like that he. It's like it's the whole MAGA thing. People like that he feels like he has to get out, to go back to God's country after going to SNL.
He's really sticking it to the man.
Right, those liberals. Like, it just is, I'll never understand it. And I just got to hop off the Tate train.
But and at the end of Morgan Wallen's career, whenever that is or whatever, like, imagine how it would feel being like, oh, these people didn't even necessarily like me because they liked my music. They just liked me because of what the image of me stood for.
Yeah.
Like, that wouldn't feel good to me.
It wouldn't feel good to me.
Not that I'm necessarily worried about his
people will the thing is he agrees with it. He thinks he's right.
Sure,
like he's
sure.
I think he'll feel like I did everything right and I made a lot of money doing it. And it's like, I don't know. It just grosses me out. I can't believe this is what she chose to do because I was really excited about her. I thought she had a lot of potential. This feels like Ashley Simpson doing that jig, but actually something problematic and not like silly.
Like,
exactly.
happens.
But it feels like you're way too early on in your career to be making this choice.
And it was like people were just starting to like be on board.
Yes.
Like, because it took a minute because she
did.
released some stuff and the gays were just like, this is great. And some people were like, I don't know. But it felt like after this album, people were like, you know what? I'm getting this. There's momentum here.
It's
Cancel it.
Cancel it. It's over.
It's over.
And if you're out there and ever have the choice to work with Morgan Wallen,
don't. Yeah.
Don't.
Cancel
Please.
the song. Just cancel the song, girl.
Cancel the song.
Cancel the song. And we'll stream Sports Car again.
Exactly. And happier news.
Yes.
Two of our ladies who would never collaborate with Morgan Wallen.
Literally the least problematic person on the planet, Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson. Even though she did collaborate with Rascal Flatts, but that was recorded before they performed with Trump at the Trump inauguration. Just so we're all clear. She has announced a new single. It is entitled Where Have You Been?
Where have you been?
I don't think it's a cover of that, but you never know.
Listen, Kelly Clarkson doing your cover elevates the cover.
Oh my God. No, it would be unbelievable if she, did. But there's a new single cover out on her Instagram and just the caption, soon, ... I can't wait for this. We are big chemistry fans over here. I can't wait to see what she's doing next. This is her first release as an independent artist. I cannot wait to hear what she's got going. And also, her voice has never sounded fucking better.
I know.
So the fact she's going to sound like that, making the music she wants to make without having this back and forth with the label, sometimes a contentious relationship with them, is going to be a beautiful thing.
I know.
I need a date.
And we always support Kelly. We love Kelly. We will never get off that Kelly train.
I need a date.
We need a date.
I need a date.
Yeah.
Speaking of I need a date, Lorde.
Right? When the fuck? She's been teasing this song for like a while now, and there isn't a date still.
She put out a picture on her Instagram of her looking a little sweaty, but it looks like it's the single cover, and the caption says, "My new song."
You think that's supposed to be sweat?
What do you think it is?
I thought it was something else.
Oh, geez. I don't know what it is.
Okay, something's dripping on her face.
Okay. All right. And, and it asked the question by song title. What was that?
What was that?
So we don't know what it is, but we know that it's out soon. And look, I'm so excited for both of these new eras to start. I will be the first one streaming this, hopefully with Matt Steele on camera. But I will also tell you, I need a date. Yeah. I need a date for both of these records.
As we have said, 2 Gay Mats is now a job. So therefore, we need our work schedule.
Exactly. This is like, it's like when you call your manager and like, I need my schedule for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Lorde and Kelly are our managers.
We need our schedules.
We need our schedules.
Lorde and Kelly.
Please.
Yes.
So I'm excited that these 2 new eras are starting because like post Gaga, it was like, well, who's coming back next? Who's coming back next? I know Miley's coming on May 30th.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it's like we want to hear.
We got good people coming.
We do.
We had Gaga, Miley, Lorde, Kelly. That's
Remember when we would have said Tate on that list?
Yeah.
It's really sad. I hate to bring the mood down, but it's true.
You think Rihanna maybe? All right.
Look, I believe in Rihanna releasing music again more than you do. Mm-hmm. Certainly not soon.
Okay.
Certainly not soon.
All right.
Oh my God. Okay, so since last week, we discussed Katy Perry, Gayle King, and the girls going to space. Yeah. I read that it was going to be 11 minutes, and so I was like, oh, well, this is less of a thing than I thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. But then once it happened and it was 11 minutes, I guess a lot of people didn't read past the headline and they're like, what? It was only 11 minutes. And it's like, space tourism, that's great. People are very upset about this happening. And I'm like, okay, I feel like billionaires do things that are worse, like kill the environment and things like that. It's like a little unnecessary, but like them pitching it to us as like, this is like a feminist step forward. It's like, well, no, this is kind of space tourism that the very uber wealthy are a part of. And like, that's fine, whatever, like have your fun. But like, I don't need to really be hearing about it during tax season when people like can't pay their bills. Like it's just a tough economic time to be hearing about.
I'm wildly neutral. I'm kind of just like, they're going to do what they're going to do.
Right.
I need to pay my bills.
And Katy, I think she might write a song about these 11 minutes. She's saying what a wonderful world. She also, I think, debuted her tour set list.
I like how she was holding the daisy to say hi to her daughter. I thought that was very sweet. And Daisy's lovely Katy Perry song.
It is a lovely Katy Perry song. Absolutely.
And so she came down and I was kind of just like, okay, cool. The like Gayle King, like coming off that spaceship, like, was great.
That was very funny.
Yeah. But then.
Okay.
Listen. I know we just said that bullying sometimes works. But sometimes
bullying for a good cause.
Bullying for a good cause.
Yes.
Bullying to bully is fucking rude.
Especially if you're not just some random person on Twitter, but the official Wendy's Twitter account.
The official Wendy's Twitter account bullying Katy Perry for no reason. Like tweeting something actively rude to her.
Tweeted, can we send her back? It's like, okay, if that was a random gay on the internet, would I giggle? Yes.
Sure.
But guys, you're Wendy's. You're supposed to be a corporation. You don't need to be dunking on pop stars. Like, you're not a part of Stan Twitter. Why does that need to be what we're doing with our time?
Listen, as a fellow ginger, I know that we are vicious sometimes. All right,
true.
And
I've never really thought of you and Wendy in the same boat, but I guess it's true.
Really? People think we all look the same. But if y'all think that I'm a little bitchy sometimes on this podcast,
we do.
The Wendy's girl.
Yes, you've never said, can we send someone back to space?
To space, yeah. I was very much just like, okay, Katy Perry, do whatever you're gonna do. But like, what did Katy Perry do to Wendy's?
I don't think anything. I feel just like they know it's popular to make fun of Katy Perry in 2025.
And that is what we actively call bullying.
Right. Like, especially with a platform like that. Like, you're not a random person. You're Wendy's.
You're Wendy's. You're a company.
You're a company.
You are an establishment. And it's the most random person to attack. I not that it was like an attack.
Right.
But like, yeah, it was just kind of like needless and like icky.
Right.
But then.
I know. I know what you're going to say.
Kesha. Famously funny.
Famously
and has a reason to not get along with Katy Perry.
Very legitimate reason about one of her 143 collaborators as to why she's not a fan of Miss Perry. And so she did Instagram story, I assume, a picture of her drinking out of a Wendy's cup. I giggled.
That was
a little funny.
I'm sad that it had to come out of a moment, like it came from a moment that was actual rude bullying.
Yes.
But like, Kesha's was clever. Wendy's wasn't even clever.
It wasn't. It was just me.
If you're going to be a jerk, be a clever jerk.
I know.
And be on reality TV.
So, good job, Kesha. Bad job, Wendy's.
Sure. Sure. And I'm happy that the gals came home safe.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And, hopefully next week we can stop talking about it.
Yeah.
The discourse has been so much longer than the actual flight. And I get why it was upsetting, but it's also like, we can move on.
It's very much a weird back and forth of just like, oh, I'm against this, and then I'm kind of like, oh, I feel bad, it's fine, and then like, oh, I'm a little on this side, so it's like I don't know how to feel about any of it.
I just want it to be over.
I just want it to be over because this is very much a dumb thing to fight about.
Yeah, it is. That's a Keisha Cole song, by the way.
Not that our podcast is dumb.
Nothing about our podcast is dumb.
Our news topics are very important.
Yeah, they're for idiots. Idiots need news too.
Idiots need content to consume as well. So,
speaking of,
did we just call all of our listeners idiots?
No, it's news for idiots. It's just the name of the section.
Are we Wendy's? Are we bullying?
No, we bullied Tate, but she deserves it.
God, we're monsters.
No, I feel great about it, actually. Sometimes you have to bully for good. There's a pop music emergency.
Okay.
A new Carly Rae Jepsen album is on the horizon. She revealed that she's putting the final touches on her next project. She said, quote, in an Instagram story, adding the extra little sprinkles to this next body of work and feeling so proud of what we've just made.
Okay, that's another person releasing in 2025.
Absolutely. And
Carly
I feel
Rae
like
Jepsen.
she put out The Loneliest Time in 2022, The Loveliest Time in 2023, and now something else in 2025. She's prolific.
Yeah.
She's got shit to say.
She's vomiting out emotion musically.
Yes, she is.
Hopefully it's music. Hopefully it's not something messy.
Someone more interesting was on Las Culturistas this week. Chappell Roan.
Yes.
And I will just
Speaking of redheads that sometimes
are
a little mean.
That's true. Sometimes people don't like what they have to say. I need a whole list.
If you had to rank, who is the meanest redhead, like meanest to least mean? Me, Chappell, and the Wendy's girl.
I wouldn't say Chappell's mean. I'd say sometimes she steps
aggressive?
in it. She's aggressive and steps in it.
Okay.
So I'd say Wendy's you, Chappell.
Oh my God, you're putting me meaner than Chappell?
But less mean than Wendy's.
How am I meaner than Chappell?
I mean, you could get on here and be like, XYZ should go fuck themselves. Like, I feel like you're going to get to the point with like how you feel. And I think that's a beautiful thing. That's something needed for a podcast host. Chappell is more like, I'm the person being interviewed, and sometimes I say the wrong thing and mispronounce Kamala's name.
I think that puts her above me.
That's not mean, though. That is stepping in.
That's...
Yeah. Yes.
It made me angry, but whatever.
See, but you're what? About to be mean.
But I will refrain from saying anything because why dwell on the past?
Yes, why dwell on the past? She had a lot of things to say, but it honestly felt like what I really took from this interview is that the Subway is coming soon. Okay. She's like, I'm in the studio.
Is the Subway the album?
No, the Subway is the single that she has performed live before that we've not listened to. Okay. It's like another The Giver moment. And she kind of was talking about like, I know when you all listen to The Giver, my live performance on SNL over and over and over again, of course you're going to be disappointed with the recorded version. That's because of something very real that I can attest to entitled demo-itis. It's like when you make a demo of a song and you listen to it ad nauseum, when you finally get it fully produced and like get real vocals on it, you are so like the first time you hear it all together, you're like, I like the demo better.
It doesn't sound right. I mean, guys, I'm the biggest Aura demo version stan you will ever meet. Lady Gaga from Lady Gaga's Art Pop.
Right.
That demo version is in my blood. I listened to it 5,000 times before Art Pop came out, and then when I listened to Art Pop the first time, I think I skipped Aura.
Right.
Because I was just like, oh, I've heard this already.
Yes.
And then when I finally like listened to it again and again and again, I would listen to Aura. I'd be like, wait, something's different here. Why aren't we screaming this part like a psychopath?
I know. I know. And the thing is, I've been in that position too. You know, making music, you get so many different versions of it. So many times I have to like step away from the final recorded version, then come back to it and be like, oh wait, this is actually good.
Yeah.
Because you fall in love with what you first hear. It sounds like the subway is coming soon. Chappell was not upset about Bowen Yang's Mudang jokes on SNL, which were Chappell related. But she also sounds like she is writing her new record and creatively is a very good space. So hopefully that new album is going to come sooner than later. I would hope at the latest next year. I know. I hate to say it.
That's so far out of...
It is. But it sounds like she's in the writing phase. And I mean, we're going to get music before then. We're going to get the subway before then. The subway. Maybe there'll be a little EP to tide us over.
Okay, like the Fame Monster, which we count as an album.
Absolutely we do. And like to give her the subway if she has, 5 other songs to give us with that.
Okay.
I'd love to have it. I just don't like...
Good Luck. If Good Luck Baby's not on an album, I'm going to riot. Then I'm going to be like, what is the music industry?
I know. It's confusing. Speaking of confusing, Jesse Eisenberg is coming out with an A24 musical comedy starring Julianne Moore and Paul Giamatti.
Yes, and who else? There were other people in it that I was...
Oh, Halle Bailey, Bernadette Peters. That's it. Yeah, so I'm starting the For Your Consideration campaign right now for Bernadette Peters for Best Supporting Actress at the Oscars. It's over. It's over for all you other ladies out there because Bernadette Peters will win Best Supporting Actress Oscar. Had she been nominated for an Oscar before?
No.
Oh, had she been in a movie? She's been in some movies.
She's been in a number of movies before. She did more screen stuff in like the 80s.
Okay.
That was when she was just like, oh, I'm going to move to LA. And, but I'm going to date Steve Martin because, they were a hot couple.
Oh, were they?
Oh, yeah. They were a hot couple together. And they did The Jerk together. They did Pennies from Heaven together. Yeah. So Bernadette Peters is a Golden Globe winner.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Congratulations.
Which we love.
We love that.
But I want the Oscar for my lady. I want the Oscar for my... Do you think she's mean too? She's another redhead.
No, she seems so sweet.
Yeah, she's definitely the least mean out of the four of us. So she's below
Chappell. So you're still number 2.
I'm so angry I'm above Chappell.
The thing is, I don't think you are generally a mean person, but you can get to mean more often publicly than the other options.
I can't help it. It's my job.
It is your job, and I think that's great.
It's my job to criticize.
It is
on a podcast.
It is. And you should see him when the lights go off. See him when the camera goes off. If you want mean, you're a mean girl. You're a bitch. Per Deadline, the film follows a shy woman, Moore, who is unexpectedly cast in a local production of an original musical. Under the spell of the strong-willed and enigmatic director, Giamatti, she loses herself in the role in the high-stakes world of this community theater production. This couldn't sound like more of a Matt Steele needs to see this movie.
Oh my God, I need to be in this movie. Fuck everybody. I need to be in this movie.
You are either the target audience or the target casting because it's a movie for you.
Yeah, and if I was in it, I would still see it every day.
Of course.
I was like... Yeah, Jesse, whatever you want to do. Listen, Jesse Eisenberg, you owe me.
Oh,
let me tell you.
Okay.
Jesse Eisenberg owes me because I was standing him before anyone even knew who he was when he was in the Broadway Kids.
I knew you were going to say the words Broadway Kids.
And I was standing Jesse Eisenberg, girl. So, Jesse, I've been a long-time supporter of yours for quite a while. And I also almost auditioned for The Squid and the Whale, which is kind of like made Jesse Eisenberg kind of a kind of a name. Because when they were casting the movie, my brother like submitted mine and his like headshots without telling my mom.
Iconic.
And they like, these people reached out to my mom and they were just like, so we're casting, we need to know if your sons can be in Maryland to audition for this movie. And my mom was just like, no, I can't go to Maryland. What the fuck did Michael do? And so yeah,
wow,
didn't get to audition for The Squid and the Whale,
which could have been in
which
it.
Jesse Eisenberg was in. Wow. I know I could have been Jesse. Well, I mean, me and my brother maybe would have been cast together, or I don't know. I don't know. What would have been better? My brother playing my brother, or Jesse Eisenberg playing my brother, and then me and Jesse could have been friends, and then I could be in his A24 movie.
Maybe that's better.
Sorry, Michael.
Sorry, Michael.
You didn't get the part.
Lindsay Lohan is coming to television. She is starring in a new Hulu series. It is her first TV starring role. Lindsay Lohan is set to headline and executive produce Count My Lies, a drama in development at Hulu. It is based on the recently published novel by Sophie Stava.
Okay.
I love that.
We love getting acting work and a lot of redhead content.
That's true.
And Julianne Moore as well.
That's true.
So
this is your day. This is your
redheads
week.
are booking.
Yes.
We are booking and making the news.
Yes.
Mean Ginger News.
We'll rename the segment to Mean Ginger News.
And Lindsay Lohan was in Mean Girls.
She was.
She became a mean girl.
In the film, you mean?
In the film,
Okay.
yeah. No, she didn't become a mean girl. She seems perfectly lovely.
Also, I know this is unrelated, and we should not be looking on the outside. We should look in. She looks so good these days.
She looks great.
She looks unbelievable.
She looks great. She's thriving.
I know.
I love this.
I need to know what she did.
We can be brother and sister in the A24 movie directed by Jesse Eisenberg.
I can't wait.
Can't
Only
wait.
redheads.
Redheads. I'm going to make a redhead only movie.
Only redheads in the building.
And it'll be called Meaner Girls.
Oh, God. That's straight to TV. I'm sorry. That's a Lifetime original. I don't care about that.
Okay.
All right.
He's scrolling through. What if I cared about it?
The Clueless reboot with Alicia Silverstone.
I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that.
I know.
I'm not getting into that.
Because she likes RFK.
I'm not
More
getting-
people to be like, babe, what are you doing?
Do we need another reboot of anything?
No, unless you guys want to bring back the rebooted Saved by the Bell, which was excellent and got canceled on Peacock way too soon. That's the only reboot I need.
All right.
All right?
Fair.
Haley Joel Osment, who was at NYU when I was there, and I saw him walking around once.
And when I was there,
Big
and
head.
I knew him.
Really?
Yes.
He had a big head.
Always very nice to me.
Oh, good. I didn't talk to him.
Yeah. He was always nice to me.
He had a tough week.
He did have a tough week.
Yes. He was arrested for cocaine possession and apparently used some anti-Semitic slurs when he, got angry. And
It makes sense he was nice to me because I am Catholic. so
he's since apologized, absolutely horrified of his
Yeah.
behavior. Apparently he was in the throes of a blackout. He also lost his house in the LA fires a few months ago. Oh. This is not his first run-in with the police. In 2018, police were called after a verbal argument at an airport, and in 2006 when he was charged with drunk driving and after getting into an accident. Maybe we need to get off all the stuff.
Yeah.
Alcohol and all the stuff. And I didn't see what words were used, but I can't. It's not easy to forgive someone who's using language like that.
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
Haley Joel Osment. It just makes me think of you as a shitty person. Mel Gibson, who, by the way, the fact that Mel Gibson still works, I will never wrap my head around.
What has he done?
I feel like he's directing shit. He was announced as the director of something recently.
He's not directing He's not getting burned at Peter's, baby.
He shouldn't.
He's not getting the good people.
And it's like, Haley, I hate to put you in that category, but baby, you can't be saying bigoted language, this kind of shit. I don't care if you're blacked out. Don't do that shit.
Nope.
It's so gross. It's awful.
Terrible.
It's sick. It's sickening, and I hate that this happened, and I hate that he did this, and I'm glad he apologized, but it is not my apology to accept.
And I hope he finds whatever peace he needs to find.
And maybe you should do something else with your life outside of the public eye. Maybe you're in the Jonathan Majors camp of this public isn't for you, and you should just do something else with all of your time and money because this ain't working. Okay. I think that might be the last thing I have here. I mean, I have Drag Race finale, but I'll wait till give me moments for that. Is there any other news for you that you want to share with the people?
I don't think so.
Okay. Guys, we're going to take a quick break and then be back with more 2 Gay Mats. Yes. We can't trust anyone. Ugh, just so bad. Haley Joel.
I know. Yeah, I didn't know him well. Just FYI, I didn't know him well.
Yes, distance yourself, baby.
He did date a friend of mine.
Really?
For quite a bit. Yes. Not a close friend, but someone who I would consider a friend.
They didn't get married?
No.
Oh. Did it end poorly?
I don't know details.
Oh, my God. Well, so see, he has a storied past of being shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like.
Yeah, I don't know the details, so I'm not going to say them
Okay.
in an area where I could get sued.
No, we don't want to get sued by Haley Joel or Las Culturistas.
No. I just wonder how a slur even comes to you in a blackout. If you don't
Hello?
I know.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway.
If anyone has any emails for
Did anyone email us? Because
feel free to send them our way. We would love to see it.
let me see. Let me check in on this.
Apologies in advance to Palmer for what I'm about to say. Halfway around the world by the 18th is a bop. I've tried fighting it for way too long, but it slaps if you shut your brain off for 3 minutes. If it helps, I don't remember which one that is. Like, those are songs.
Halfway around the world, dun, 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 that won't stop me from loving you. Halfway around
I don't like
the
it.
world, I want to hold you, baby, and I'm going to miss you like crazy.
Okay, all right.
It's great. It's fantastic.
Hi, Christian. I'm
Hello,
glad
Christian.
you like it. I would never say that you shouldn't like something just because I don't.
Because sometimes Matt Palmer's wrong.
I don't know if I'd say that exactly.
Yeah.
Ray Gagacella out of 10 if you could. I mean, 9.5.
Yeah.
It was excellent. She vocally, the stamina.
Phenomenal.
Sounded so good. I love
Phenomenal.
it. It was so theatrical. It just felt like a huge, fully realized pop show. Excellent.
Yeah. I have nothing bad to say
No,
about it.
how could you?
It was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Really, really incredible.
We didn't get any emails.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Oh, this is devastating. Unless someone has a question in the live chat.
It's not right, but it's okay.
I'm gonna make it anyway.
What a great song.
Sure.
And that song is on My Love Is Your Love, your favorite Whitney Houston album.
It's a great song.
It's a great song. And it's her best studio album. I would say Bodyguard and for me, The Preacher's Wife soundtrack. You know, not to get religious on Easter Sunday.
Now's the time to get religious.
That, like, if there's anything that I miss from, Black church growing up, it is the music and hearing Whitney sing the shit out of those gospel. Should I say shit there? I don't know. Sing the Lord out of those gospel songs. Unbelievable. It is so, if you've not given Preacher's Wife a listen in a while. It's also great for Christmas time. Because that's when she does her Joy to the World, and who could imagine?
That's what the movie's about. It's about Christmas.
I still haven't watched it.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ! It's literally a Christmas movie.
I know. Every year I keep meaning to, and I just didn't.
My fucking God. You've
will.
never seen Preacher's Wife? You never saw Waiting to Exhale?
I did end up seeing it. I saw it at our old
Yeah, but and you were what, 30?
So
you should have grown up with Waiting to Exhale.
I didn't watch movies before Mean Girls.
But
I listened to that soundtrack.
Yes.
Know that I know every word of that soundtrack.
But you should also know the movie if you love the soundtrack so much.
I think "Not Gonna Cry" by Mary J. Blige is one of her best songs.
Well,
and Why Does It Hurt So Bad? That performance at the MTV Movie Awards. I know I talk about it a lot, but it's so excellent. She's sweating up a storm and singing her face.
But that performance by Angela Bassett in Waiting to Exhale when she's throwing her husband's shit into the lawn and lighting it on fire.
I saw the fight because that was also, they showed clips of the movie in the I'm Not Gonna Cry video. And so I did see that.
And you weren't like, ooh, mommy, can we rent this from Blockbuster?
No, I was like, I wonder what the next music video is going to be.
Oh my God, what an existence.
I loved it.
I'll never get it.
Sitting up in my room is on that? Unbelievable.
I always get confused the numbering of the album because isn't Whitney first two albums like Whitney and then Whitney Houston?
It is Whitney Houston and then Whitney, and that is confusing.
That is weird.
OMG, Not Gonna Cry is my karaoke song. Oh, I was your lover and your secretary, working every day of the week.
Hey.
I won't go on, but I could.
Okay. Question: how are you maintaining hope in the air of? Doing this podcast.
And it's like I know as much as I need to know, and then it's like I have to not let it consume me.
Yeah.
Like it's like because you could. There's so much news every day that it truly.
Also, it's good you took Twitter off your phone.
Oh, great. I mean, I do go to Threads now, but usually it's easy to be like, okay, Beverly Hills. Like,
Said no one ever.
Someone
go to Threads.
And the only reason I I'm on Threads more than Blue Sky is there's more Housewives and Bravo discussion on Threads. And so, yeah, I get.
Sure.
Yeah, I just feel like, yes, it's like, I think there are always good things like you see on these, elections, like the Supreme Court in, was it Wisconsin? That, the right person won. Yeah. And you see the voting, even in Florida, is going more blue than it was back in November. So there are pieces of positivity to grasp onto.
Yeah.
And also, like, I cannot be inundated with political news from this administration all day, every day, or it will just like drag you to hell.
It's like, I see people like doing things to like mobilize to get ready for like 2026, the midterms and everything. Yes. Because that's very important.
Yes.
And so what I see on my social media is a lot of that.
Good.
I wish that mobilization happened a little more 6 months ago. But we move and we learn.
Right.
We learn and we move
And it
forward.
also, I mean, not to, again, go back to the past, but it's also surprising that, we never knew the internal polling, and that the internal polling, like that we were never winning, it was tough to hear. And the fact that it was as close as it was, I guess, was oh wow. It was such an uphill battle, coming out of COVID, the incumbency, Kamala not being so different from the Biden ticket, such a a swath of how powerful like misinformation is, yes. And how it's just like such a huge part of the country just like believes something that's so not true, like stuff that's so not true, or it's so right, just insane to me. And it's also one of those things that I feel like, I mean, I love seeing everything, people be more going to voting in the blue side of things these days, but I'm like, but all of the hateful shit that he was running on did not make you think I shouldn't vote for this man. But now that it's like very clearly negatively affecting our economy, like I know at the end of the day, so many people only care about themselves. And I hate to say that, but like that is what the message sounds like to me.
And I think a huge part of it was very much like, we just get excited about feeling like we're sticking it to the man.
Yeah.
Sticking it to the man in some sort of way. So people get excited about just voting for something different, even if it's like objectively terrible.
Yeah.
like they get excited about that sort of notion.
Yeah.
And I'll just never understand it.
I won't either.
And
I will continue to vote the way I vote and do what we can. But yes, no, we're not going to turn that front upside down, babe. We got a second half of podcast to do.
The podcast isn't recording, bitch.
I know.
But you know me when I hit record on that thing.
Keep that in mind when you see our videos, and that's just like, oh my God, hey.
The thing is, I am genuinely excited to be in front of the people and talking and everything.
Yes.
So like it is coming from a genuine place.
But you can just turn it on.
But sometimes when when the podcast goes off, I'm tired and I'm like, ugh.
Yes. Yep. All those stories of people being shocked that their friends, relatives being deported. It's like he can't. It's like, yes. It's even, especially the tariff stuff. They're like, but this is affecting my small business negatively. It's like I know. We told you that.
We told you that.
You could have actually.
Kamala told you that
specifically.
And don't try to fucking say she didn't.
Right. And you could have looked up what tariffs were.
Yeah.
And figured out how they would affect you.
But it also the fact that like the number or like one of the main things that was Googled on election day was, is Joe Biden still running? Like people don't know information.
It's shocking.
So many people, grown adults, don't know information in this country. And that is a fucking fact. And that is something that we need to fix in some sort of way. Because so many people are getting like different information from different sources. And everyone is just in their own little bubbles now. And that's a problem.
Grace, you're very kind. Thank you guys for really bringing positivity in my and others' life. That's very kind. We try. Yeah. I'm sorry that we had to get into it, but it came up. It came up. Also, I love the Discord family. Yes, if you become a patron, you can join the Discord. It's a beautiful place to be.
Big medium organization is also predicting we'll have a big financial crisis because banks are getting in trouble. I won't single any group out, but goodness, seeing.
And that's also what I'm wondering. Like, so who's Tate going for? Is she going for the log cabin Republicans? Because that's a small sliver, babe. That's not happening.
I don't know.
That's a good one. What's your relationship with physical media now? As a fellow millennial, I loved going to a music shop or media play, RIP, and check out the new albums dropping.
Who's that? Dreamer?
Yeah, Dreamer Sonic. You can remember that question? Or you can write down?
I'll take a picture of it.
Okay. This is laziness personified. Do you guys like the Eagles MC Squared album? Yes! Yeah. I think that is one of her I think it's her most fun album.
It's very fun.
The only album where you're like, these up-tempos wash the ballad.
Will you ever do a video where you share your CDs vinyl collection?
Ooh.
We don't got that.
I have some stuff. I don't have a lot.
I don't.
I could bring, I wouldn't bring, because I could bring my CD wallet.
That'd be kind of fun. That'd be
Should
cute.
I bring back my CD wallet? But it's like, I'd be so scared that I'd leave it here and then I'd fly back to Atlanta and not have anything to listen to in the car. You know?
Oh no.
You're not worried.
You'll be fine. I despise like CD wallets and stuff like that.
Oh.
It's like CDs go in a case.
No. But what if you were driving around?
I don't listen to music when I drive.
Horrible.
But yeah, all my CDs are like the Broadway ones are in Jersey. So
Oh, I love Side Effects. Side Effects is one of her best written songs, and Kelly Clarkson agrees. How are you guys? We're doing well.
Yeah.
I remember going to Blockbuster as a little kid. Yeah, I do too.
I didn't go to Blockbuster that often.
Right.
My mom was always just like, I'll just buy the.
Really?
I'll just buy the VHS.
I feel like I was in, especially because Blockbuster, you could rent video games too, and you know I was renting.
I skipped that section. I was like, who goes in here?
Me. Which is honestly too bad because now it's like Switch games are like $70-$80 and there's no rental option. It's like you're buying this game or you're playing out of friends or something.
I remember like when I did go to Blockbuster, it was because Blockbuster did a thing by me where it's like if you made the honor roll, if you presented your report card, you got like a free movie.
That's cool.
Yeah. Tate must have thought we were laughing with Morgan when the SNL thing happened.
We were not.
No.
I will say as shit gets taken off streaming more and more, maybe this will be for the podcast, but I'm like, God, I should get like an ultra HD Blu-ray player and just buy the shit I want on that in like 4K quality. Because the thing is, it's so much easier to get really good quality if you're watching something digitally or streaming. But who knows if they're just going to take it off streaming one day and then it'll just be gone.
I know. Honestly, I don't know anything about these Morgan or Tate people. Good.
Don't worry about it.
You're living the dream.
You're living
You're living the dream, Christian. I'm into Criterion because I'm a cinephile.
Oh.
Hey, baby.
Get your monocle.
You getting that Criterion closet? Should we go back?
Yeah, let's go back.
Okay.
All right.
And by go back, I mean,
of course.
Okay. And we know some of you don't like it when we promote ourselves.
Yes, they don't.
But you're going to have to listen to it anyway.
Yes, listen up. Thank you guys so much for listening or watching the podcast. If you enjoy us, please go to patreon.com/2gaymats where you can get extra bonus content from us so very regularly. We, as mentioned, reacted to the full Gaga performance from Coachella, her weekend one performance of Gagachella. It was unbelievable, and that is available exclusively on Patreon in full. And if you are in the tri-state area, please go to 2gaymatslive.com and get tickets to our August 30th show at Caveat on the Lower East Side of Manhattan. We are going to be doing a live podcast recording, arguing about music videos, having some interactive moments, a Q&A possibly, and even singing a song. It's going to be such a joy. It's our first New York City show, and we'd love to see you there. So get tickets. And if you are not in the tri-state area, if you go to 2gaymatslive.com, you can actually buy a live stream ticket that you can watch as we perform or even on VOD for the first week after we perform. So I hope to see you there. And if not, I hope you get to stream us.
Exactly.
Yes. So Matt Steele.
Yes.
What section of the podcast are we in?
Speaking of streaming, we got a question about that sort of thing.
Yes.
From the wonderful. Oh, sorry. We're on Email My Heart. We're on Email My Heart. This is the section of the podcast where we answer any questions that you lovely, beautiful people might have. You can be a part of Email My Heart if you email us at 2gaymats@gmail.com. This was sent to us by Dreamer Sonic. Dreamer Sonic says, what's your relationship with physical media now? As a fellow millennial, I loved going to a music shop or media play. RIP to check out the new albums dropping. What's a media play?
I think it must be like a Virgin Megastore, like a CD. Okay. I don't think we had that either. We didn't have a media play, but I assumed it was like a Virgin Megastore essentially.
Okay, cool. Hot.
Well, for me, in one hand, digital media makes things so very simple. Like I'm never going to get rid of my Spotify. I really enjoy all of the countless different streaming services that I have on my television, like my Peacocks and my Netflix is Peacock mainly. But a part of me does miss the excitement around a release that would happen when it came out and like being there physically to pick it up. I remember, my freshman year of college going and waiting in line at the Virgin Megastore or at Tower Records for the midnight release of Madonna's Confessions on a Dance Floor album. And like the first time listening to that all the way through where, there are no skips on that album. It's just, A, they're all excellent. And B, she plays them like a DJ set. If you get the CD version, it's not like that on Spotify, unfortunately. But like that moment of like excitement of first listening to an album is something that I do miss. I feel like, having our little listening parties on 2Gay Mats is kind of hearkening back to that feeling, and so it's nice to have that. But the big worry for me is what happens one day if or when the streamer decides to take this album or this movie or this TV show off of their platform, which has happened before. You know how I felt about 12 Dates of Christmas, which was an HBO Max reality show about like a Christmas dating show in which like two of the leads were queer. Like I I need to see it and it's literally not available. So I always have a part of me that's like, should I buy an Ultra HD Blu-ray player and get the physical media that I really want and can't live without on those Ultra HD Blu-rays, because I just don't trust the streamers, because I feel like I don't like not having control of whether or not the content is there.
Yeah.
And that's an upsetting part of it.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. But also I feel like the exciting thing about like owning this media, like the exciting thing about going to, I remember I would always go to like Barnes and Nobles or Borders or FYE or something, because they always had a really good musical theater selection. And just like, okay, which musical I can buy 2 CDs. Which ones am I going to introduce myself to today? And I would have like ones that I would look at and I'd be like, no, let me get that one next time. Like stuff like that.
Totally.
I would become familiar with what the store had. And because it was like the cast recordings, it's not like the next time I went a month later, like they would be gone. Yes. like it's like A Tree Grows in Brooklyn original Broadway cast recording was still there waiting for me a couple months later, and it's a slapper, guys. Make the Man Love Me, iconic. Anyway, and so there's something exciting about like when you get to hold it when you first open up the CD, like the album, and you're like, what's going to be in the booklet? Yeah. Are there going to be lyrics inside?
I hated when there weren't lyrics.
I know. Fuck any album. Yes. I know we talk about how we love physical media, but fuck any physical media album where the lyrics were not in there. How dare you? And I loved it when you just open it up, and if there were like pictures of the original like production inside, a full synopsis with details and all of that great juicy stuff, and so it made the experience more than just I'm listening to something new.
Right.
It's like you could follow along. You did your like research, the research being the booklet, because you didn't do your research online because there was no Wikipedia or whatever where you could read a synopsis. You did your research through the buying and the holding and the owning of that actual media. And I feel like that is why people our age really like are able to take in media a little more. Like we're able to have it sort of like soak into us a little more, and we remember very specific moments. Whereas I don't want to sound like the grandpa shaking his cane, but like the younger people, like they listen to something and they didn't grow up having to really like fully experience this in more than just listening, it being something to listen to or to watch or something like that. I also think like it's kind of why I explain also, like I feel like when you go to see a movie at a movie theater, you remember the movie more than if you just watch it like on your TV, because you actually like went somewhere to experience this. Like you remember taking the trip and who you went with, and you paid money to see it. So there's more incentive to like pay attention. There's less places to go. You're not on your phone, hopefully. And so you retain or at least I always retain movies that I see in movie theaters more than movies that I end up, like watching on TV or something like that. So I feel like that's all a part of it, because there's there's much more of like a tactile experience with all of that stuff. And yeah, I do miss buying that music and having those CDs. I'm happy that I don't have a cluttered bedroom.
That's
I will
true.
say
That's true.
that is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do still like buy like the physical versions of movies that, like, obviously La La Land, the second it came out on 4K Blu-ray, I bought that. Do I have a Blu-ray player?
I was gonna say
absolutely not. But I'm like, one day I might, or one day I'll know someone who does, and I'll be able to pop this in.
That's true.
And see it in the 4K and everything. So yeah, it's a complex relationship, I guess, and I do miss it.
Yeah. There are pros and cons.
There's pros and cons.
Absolutely.
And we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
and but it's also like, we can't really turn back time. And I just feel like sometimes there's such a push to like go back to the past. And like, I love that vinyl records are becoming a bigger thing again, that people can get that kind of physical media in their hands. Yeah. That, is like media they can consume, but also like artwork, because it's so large, those album covers. But I do think we as a culture just kind of have to go with the flow a little bit. And it's like, as much as like I wish the Spotify payouts were better for artists, these labels agreed to it. Sure. And so now we're kind of, this is where we are. And
so it's like we kind of have to find our own ways of making these experiences special.
Yes.
Now,
Yes. And you can find that on 2Gay Mats.
Sure. There's a whole Criterion collection of all 2Gay Mats episodes.
Yes, there should be. There absolutely should be.
I know. The thing is, like, it's like if Big Brother gets taken off of Paramount Plus or something like that, and all those seasons or like all the Survivor seasons, like what if before I finish my binge of every season, what if they get taken off? That's what happened with Big Brother Canada. I have to like watch it on this awful website with a trillion pop-ups.
Right.
And so that's very hard. Do you know what the Big Brother players used to have to do?
No.
When they were on a season before there was streaming or anything, when they were on I think only like 2 seasons of Big Brother came out on DVD, but other seasons, because Brittany Haynes was talking about this in a podcast I was listening to about Big Brother 12, and she was like, the top 3 placers of the season, they got a booklet of DVDs, and each DVD had a single episode on it, and those were the people who were given DVDs of the show.
The other cast members?
The other cast members were not able to watch their season after it was over because they didn't have access to these DVDs. So they had to like borrow. Like she was like, I think I borrowed the season from Enzo and everything.
Wow.
There was a YouTube channel that did have them, but like that could have gotten taken down at a moment's notice. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
All this
It's
stuff.
unbelievable.
Yeah. And so savor what you got, guys, because it can be ripped from your fingers.
Yes, you never know.
It's fragile, like democracy. Everyone vote.
You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Exactly.
To quote Miss Janet.
Yeah. Yes. Speaking of, do you want to do Travis tracks now?
Oh, yes. Let's do Travis tracks.
I think this is the perfect segue
Please.
because Travis, this is Travis tracks. This is the segment where I talk about how I gave my roommate Travis, who doesn't know anything about pop music, a playlist from of music from all the years he's been on this earth, and he's going through them.
We're at 95, aren't we?
We're at 1995 now.
Yes!
And so he's listening to a song a day, and I'm explaining to him why songs are important.
And he's giving us reviews.
And he's giving us very short reviews because he's a beginner. And so the reason why I want to bring this up now is because Travis did not have Spotify when he first started listening. Guess how he listened? He was going to listen to these songs. I sent him the Spotify playlist. He would check the playlist then go to YouTube.
I knew
and I'm
that.
like, Travis, you cannot do this because sometimes the version that's on YouTube is like the clean version.
Right. You don't want that.
You don't want that. Like you need the real.
You do.
And so I was like, just get Spotify, the app. You don't need the membership. Get the free version because you can listen to a song a day and not get any ads if you just listen to a song a day.
Yes.
And so, guys, I saved this
Crisis
man.
averted.
I know. And so let's see what songs. I think the first song of this week.
I'm so excited.
The first song of this, the last song of last week was "Creep." He loved "Creep."
Creep was his
favorite.
number one so far.
Yeah, and so next, of course, I had to put "Waterfalls" on there by
Of
T. And I was
course.
like, Travis, you've heard this already, and he was like, I don't think I have. He listened to it and he was like, oh no, I've heard this. I like it. I don't know what it's about, but I like it. And so I had to explain that.
Yes.
Then he got to "You Ought to Know" by Alanis Morissette.
What'd he say?
And he was just like, "Oh, I've heard this.
Good.
This is really good."
Yes.
So I told him it was
Taste.
it was about
Dave
Uncle
Coulier.
Joey, and he was like, "Okay." Then head over feet. He said, "I like that it's sweet, but also still cool."
That is exactly right.
Yeah,
I mean, he's kind of on the money with these reviews, I gotta say.
"Forgiven" by Alanis Morissette was the next
Great.
one.
Oh, look at that choice. That is such a mad
I
steal.
know. Happy Easter, guys. All about being Catholic or something.
Yeah.
And he was just like, this felt like an opera. I liked it.
Great.
Then next, hold on, he texted it to me. Next was "They Don't Really Care About Us" by Michael Jackson.
Yes.
And he said, "At first I was turned off by the sound, but then I listened to the lyrics and I was like, oh, this is an artistic expression of anger for racial injustice. This is a great piece of
Look
art."
at him understanding every moment.
I know.
You know that I brought in the "They Don't Care About Us" CD single to my like 2nd grade or 3rd grade class for like show and tell. I was like, I love this song. Let's play it.
Iconic.
I'm sitting in there with these little white boys and girls, and I was like, this is a song I love.
This is a song I love.
Do you love it?
What are your thoughts
What are your
on it?
thoughts?
What are your thoughts on it?
I
Class.
remember a friend who's, but I won't say, was like, do you think he's talking about Martin Luther or like Martin Luther King Jr.? Because he's like, if Martin Luther was living, he wouldn't let this be, But he was thinking like,
What child knows who Martin Luther is?
I don't know,
I mean, granted,
but
I also didn't grow up in the South. we in New Jersey, we Catholics, we don't know who Martin Luther is.
So I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Martin Luther King Jr.
Yes, the Martin Luther I always knew as a child was Martin Luther King Jr. I didn't know who Martin Luther was until I was like a junior in high school.
Well, he knew.
Yeah, exactly. So next, we're on to Daydream.
Oh, if he says, I can't. I have to calm myself down.
Fantasy, I love. This is the sound of all my dreams coming true. He had heard this song before, obviously. He was just like, this song just makes my body feel so good. It is absolutely, without a doubt, the best song on this playlist so far. Taste
Travis has 10 out of 10.
Yes. But also, there are 3 instances where he has to listen to 2 songs in one day.
Yes.
If the song is like a remix of something. And obviously, I'm including, if I need to teach him the history of music,
yes,
I am including the fantasy remix.
Changed everything.
That he has to listen to on the same day because this is history. And so for the remix, he says, enjoyable, but I couldn't sink into it like the original.
That's fair.
And so I had to explain to him, I was like, listen, this is why this was such a monumental moment. She was incorporating hip hop. Like, this was America's sweetheart giving us adult contemporary. And now suddenly she's collaborating with someone named Old Dirty Bastard.
Yes.
And it was a big deal, contentious point for her marriage. And
maybe the end of the marriage.
The end of the marriage. Oh, I told him all about how Daydream. I told him about the Grammys, 1996. I gave him the rundown.
I love
that.
And
I could tell it was going in one ear, out the other.
Hey, that's like when I talked to you, but some of it stayed.
Yeah. But another thing he said about fantasy, he was like, what's fantasy about, really? And I was like, I think it's just, like you're fantasizing about someone and like you can't really have, but like, ooh, if you knew what was happening in my mind and everything. And Travis said, oh, so she basically wrote the pop version of On My Own from Les Mis. And he said she saw Les Mis and said, I'm going to make that a pop song.
I don't think that's what happened, but sure.
So then after I told him about Fantasy Remix, why it was important, he was like, I get that. And it's cool. He listened to it again, actually.
Oh, wow.
And he was just like, yeah, it's enjoyable, but I don't know. And anyone who's 18 and under, turn off the podcast now. He said, it's like she's edging us and no one ever gets to come. And I'm like, that's an interesting assessment.
I think it's hard when you have a chorus as good as the fantasy original for her deciding to be like, I'm removing it. It's too pop. It's you miss it.
It's a shock.
It's a shock system. And when I was a kid, when I first listened to these 2 versions, I was like, oh, clearly the original is the one. But it's definitely like.
But then you start to realize
it's like that. Yes, it's like you don't understand the importance until you're mature enough and have enough knowledge to be like, it's like an acquired taste that once you get it, you get it.
Okay.
What's next?
Next is Always Be My Baby. Of course. Classic. And I told him, I was like, this is the song Matt Palmer said represents Mariah Carey.
I do think
if he had to pick one song, if Aliens came down and said, play us one Mariah song, it'd be this. And Travis was just like, Travis thought he didn't hear it. He had never heard it before. And then he listened to it and I was like, I'm pretty sure I've heard this. This is great.
Oh.
The last song of the week. Looking In.
Wait, did you skip One Sweet Day?
Yeah.
Hilarious. Sorry, go
on. Looking In, the album closer of Daydream.
Yeah.
Very dramatic.
Very Matt Steele's. Oh,
I love a quiet, introspective Mariah Carey ballad. Travis was not a fan of Looking In. He said it sounds eerie, like Can't Let Go, which he also loved, and he just found it a little unsettling. And I was like, well, this is, you can tell the end of the album, you can tell the marriage was on the rocks. And just, she was getting frustrated with her perception.
It's honestly shocking that, like, the fact that Tommy was like, we can't have Slipping Away on the album. It's like, you're letting her put Looking In on the album. She's like, I hate my life. It looks good, but it is bad.
It is bad.
Get this man away from me. That is
help. This is Looking In as a quiet cry for help. I know.
A quiet, yet clear.
Cry very, for help. Very clear and beautiful, stunning. Travis is incorrect.
He is wrong about that.
He is wrong.
He's wrong.
But you know what? He'll when he gets done this full listening process, his palate will be more refined.
Yes,
he'll have learned a lot. So maybe he'll revisit Looking In and look inward of himself.
We are going to need him on a mic talking about this at some point, just so we're all clear. Like, I know you know that. Hopefully he knows that. At some point, we're going to need him to be like Travis tracks, and he needs to like talk about them.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Matt Steele.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
What has been giving you moments, darling?
I saw a little movie this week.
Yes?
I know it wasn't Sinners.
I know.
I really wanted to see Sinners this week, but I'm seeing it next week when Matt Palmer will famously not be here.
Yes.
But I'm very excited for that. But I saw some good, chewy thriller, darling. And that is the movie Drop, starring Megan Fahey. Have you seen the trailer for this?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Get your ass to the cinema.
There's
all these movies that have trailers and you don't see them.
I love Megan Fahey. Great on White
to
Lotus.
a cinema. Well, she's great in Drop. It's a very, very simple movie. This woman is, and I guess spoiler alert, this woman is a single mom. Her husband is no longer around for reasons, and we know that she was in a previously abusive relationship with her husband, and but she's going back out. She's on the dating scene again and everything. So she goes on a date with a guy who she's been talking to on a dating app for a little while, and so then she meets up with him and goes to this restaurant, and she starts getting these like weirdly suspicious airdrops. They're not called airdrops.
Oh, I've heard about this movie.
Yes,
I have heard.
And the airdrops are literally essentially saying like, I'm watching you, stop ignoring me, I'm watching you this whole time. And it becomes clear this person is very much watching her, commenting on the things she's saying on her date. And so she's quietly like freaking out, trying to figure out what's happening. Trying to play it cool, like in front of the date and everything, because she doesn't want to be rude and everything. And it gets to more things happen, and it finally gets to a point where she has to figure out like, what does this person want from me? And it's saying that it's showing the security cameras of her house. It's showing that there is someone in her house where her sister, who's babysitting her son, where they are, and they're essentially like holding the sister and the son hostage and everything. And they're like, if you don't do what I say, your son and your sister are going to die. And
don't they want, I mean, this might be a spoiler too, but I think it was in the trailer. Don't they want her to?
So and essentially you realize the end goal is this person who's airdropping her all of this stuff is trying to get her to kill her date for reasons that I won't get into, but it's very fun. And so it's very, very like tense and just exciting and juicy and fun. And I had to pee the whole time, but I was like, I need to know what happens next, so I cannot go to the bathroom.
And is it
so that's a testament to how much I wanted to know what was going to happen.
Is it kind of like done in real time? Like, are you just like on that date with them?
The date is very much in real time, which like, girl, I love. And there's so many characters in this restaurant that she comes across, that she interacts with, and every single one of them looks suspicious in their own way. And it's very, very fun. Like
very Traitors.
It's very fun, like watching her try to figure out like who is this person could be, or how to navigate these situations. And it just never gets boring. Like visually, it's really, really cool. It has these really, really cool moments. And Megan Fahey's fucking fantastic. She's great.
Oh, she's unbelievable. Yeah. Like on The White Lotus, of all 3 seasons, she might be the best performance, in my opinion.
And the guy who played her date was a very, very good actor as well. Also attractive.
Yes.
And Megan is as well. But like I was looking at the date.
Of course.
But yeah, it's just it's an hour and a half. It's just so enjoyable if you want just like a nice night out, where you want to like have a good time, chew on a juicy movie. Yeah. I had a lot of fun.
I love that. Yeah. That's so exciting. Well, for me, I have a couple of albums I want to talk about because, again, we were on this, road trip is strong. We drove to Santa Barbara, drove back, and I was listening to a few albums, and there are a couple of iconic albums that, like, I know that we know are iconic, but maybe we don't bring them up as much, or I don't bring them up as much as I should. Firstly, I realize this man is not someone we root for these days. Okay. He has wronged the Princess of Pop in ways that have been made very clear.
Okay.
But guys, Future Sex Love Sounds is such a fucking good album. He and Justin Timberlake and Timbaland made an excellent piece of music. The thing is, the production on that album, that is like peak Timbaland. Like, I'm going to make every song meld into each other. Every song's going to have an intro. Every song's going to have an outro.
I do love Timbaland's intros and outros. They're great.
Like, I forgot about The Beginning of My Love, and I forgot about, which is my favorite one, is The Love Stoned, I Think She Knows, and it goes to the second half and it becomes like a ballad. When I tell you, the first time I heard that song, and not because of anything lyrically, but just because of the beauty of the production and like the like yearning of the vocal, I cried. Oh. I am not a crier. The first time it went into, I think that she knows. It's like an opera. Like, to quote Travis, like, it feels like this is the story. This is this was their magnum opus. They never reached this peak again. I also do like Justified very well, but it feels more like straightforward pop album. While this feels like a fully realized like piece. And I have a soft spot for Losing My Way. Hi, my name is Bob, and I work at my job. Perfect opening line.
He really understands the working class.
Summer Love should have had a video that is a great. It's like there were so many great songs on that record that should have been singles. I actually never really got super into What Goes Around Comes Around. Like it felt like
I love that song.
I feel like it is a Crimea River wannabe that never reaches the heights, and I'm just like, yeah, we got Crimea. Like you shouldn't still be writing about Britney, and I feel like you are.
Okay, fair.
But Summer Love is excellent, and I'm glad that became a radio single. Never had a video. I also love the last song that I'd completely forgotten. It's like I think it's called All Over Again, another song. It's just it's like a beautiful like kind of neo soul moment. It's really really lovely, and an album that like I don't revisit a lot because he's not my favorite, but that album is great. I would also like to say. And I feel like, again, we do talk about this album a lot, but maybe not enough. And it's an album I don't listen to and revisit enough. But guys, fucking Melodrama is
We talk about Melodrama all the fucking time.
I know, but I haven't listened to it all the way through in a minute.
And I always say this. It is the one album that truly, without fail, gets better every single time you listen to it. It's always better than the previous time. That album is one of the greats of the 2010s.
Like, I love all of it, and of course we'll get to the song I'll be talking about, of course. But Greenlight I like, but always was a little like, this is a B+, and I don't know why it was the first single, but I like. But when we get into Sober, we were just talking about production.
I know.
The feat of engineering that is Sober.
Just those little trumpets that pop in and pop out so quickly. It's just a little taste.
Beautiful. Homemade Dynamite, The Louvre, Liability. There are people who find Liability annoying or something.
I hate all of you.
Don't understand it.
Yep.
That is a perfect ballad.
Perfect.
It is heartbreaking. It is so real. She's in the arm of the girl that she loves, the only one she hasn't screwed up, and it's herself. Oh, stunning. And you know how I feel about Hard Feelings.
Oh my God. Hard Feelings.
And I care for myself the way I used to care about you is a mantra for me for a season. I think that's honestly the reason that I don't listen to this album as much as I should, is because it's tied into a sadder
an era of your life
that was not as positive. But it's like it's been so far since 2017. I've got to give this album new life in my rotation because man, it is so excellent. But I've not listened to this album in such a long time that I was like, okay, we're on Rider in the Dark. Then I think we have that Liability reprise, then Perfect Places, right?
You forgot about Super fucking Cut?
When I got to Super
Cut. How did you forget about Supercut?
I was driving. I was focused on the road. I couldn't think about everything.
And then Supercut started and you crashed.
I basically cried.
Off a cliff. I'm talking to your ghost right now.
I was literally getting choked up. That when we talk about like songs that have this kind of Robin energy, there is no better song that like touches on Dancing on My Own than Supercut.
Oh, completely.
Like and even the fact that this should be in every movie trailer. This should be every supercut of a relationship. Should be the soundtrack. Like when she is on it, she's on it. And so that's why I'm so excited for what was that? And I hope it is excellent. It sounds like it's more in the Melodrama vein than the Solar Power vein.
And hopefully the Lord on this Easter will have risen.
She's coming soon. She's coming soon.
I know. And let me tell you how many of those Melodrama tracks are on Travis's the playlist.
But they should be most of them. So I assume Supercut.
Yes.
I mean,
I think it's a green light just to introduce him to the era. And then Sober.
Perfect.
And Homemade Dynamite originally was, but then I was like, I need to cut songs.
That's too much.
So then it's The Louvre.
Oh.
Then Liability.
Bitch,
and
you
then,
put the album.
and then Supercut.
You put the album.
Of course I fucking did. I think it's one of the greatest albums of literally all time.
So it's really excellent.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what album has the most tracks on Travis's.
It might be that one.
I think it might be Renaissance, actually.
Oh, also excellent.
Understand.
And very long.
Or maybe Blackout. I mean. But Melodrama. We're here for Lorde because she's coming back.
It's just an excellent record and one you need to re-listen to. And I'm mostly talking to myself. I need to re-listen to it more often. Yeah. Lastly, I just have to say, if you have not watched the Drag Race finale, I don't know, fast forward or just stop the podcast. This is probably the last thing we'll talk about. But I watched it as we got back from Santa Barbara. I was like, I'm too invested. I have been rooting for Anya Nerve since like week 2 or 3. I'm like, it's her that I care the most about. Mm-hmm. And she has been with the comedy, with the vocal performance, with like, she just is an entertainer. Like she is someone you watch her on stage and you never get nervous because you're like, I can trust you completely because you are a natural, just gifted entertainer. And she, in this finale, they did original songs in which they all sang their songs, which I felt like you're just showing that Anya can sing.
Okay.
They didn't actually sing, but like usually they're lip syncing to like a studio singer in that finale performance, but they were lip syncing to their own voice. And it's like, this is a girl, like if she wanted to be a pop star, she could. Like the vocals sound better than 90% of the girls on the radio. And she had a beautiful outfit on, was moving, dancing, and just like the smile across her face. Her smile is like sunshine. And I love her so, so much. My concern was when we got to the final two, I was like, of course it's going to be Anya. And Lexi and Sam, I think are both great. But if they were up against Anya, I'd be like, oh, she's winning. For sure she's winning. They just don't like, when it comes to that lip sync, I was less worried about her winning that. But then Jules Sparkles is a dancer. And like Anya is a performer and a mover and like has attitude and personality, but not a capital D dancer.
Oh my God. So Anya's kind of like me and Jules is kind of like the Broadway community. Where people are like, are you a good dancer, Matt Steele? And I'm just like, I am a phenomenal mover, performer. Don't ask me to turn. I can do it all but turn.
Right. And so they're up there and they do their finale performance to Abracadabra by Lady Gaga, which, by the way, my friend Natalia was like, I bet it's going to be Abracadabra. I'm like,
sure.
Is it popular enough? Because it didn't even get to top 10.
We'll make it popular.
I was like, maybe it'll be Pink Pony Club, whatever. But it was Abracadabra, and they both did an incredible job. But Jules, the thing is, ever since, I believe it was since Sasha Velour's finale performance, she was the queen who like lifted up her wig and roses came out of it.
Sure,
she was like, so these finale performances, especially the final lip syncs, always are like reveal, reveal, reveal.
Yeah.
And Anya was like, you know what? I'm not going to do any reveals.
My reveal is that there's
no reveal, and I'm enough.
You are the reveal.
Exactly, you are the reveal. And she's like, I am enough as myself. And she like basically had choreo for the song, was doing a great job. But Jules was dancing her ass off, revealing, and just looked like such a pop star doing her performance. So it's like, okay, there's an argument that Jules technically, for some people, maybe did better in the finale lip sync performance. But if we're crowning the winner of Drag Race this season, she has 4 wins in the main challenges. Yeah. And she just was always the one to beat. Like she just, over the course of the season, has been incredible the entire time. Everything but a sewing challenge. She can't really sew. But everything outside of that, she is a performer's performer. And so when they cut to Rue saying, and the winner is Anya Nerve, I just was over the moon. It's the first time that my favorite has ever won Drag Race. I mean, I've only been watching for 3 years, but I'm very invested.
Okay, 1 out of 3.
1 out of 3, but it's kind of like when I used to watch the Bachelor franchise, I would always pick the second place person, but then they would be the Bachelorette, and so that was cool. But like, sure. I just never would ever, I was always rooting for the second place person. Like last year it was Saphira, who was my favorite. And I love the girl who won. She's amazing. I wish I could remember her name. But I also was rooting for Anitra. Sasha Colby won. Love that. But Anya was just my heart and soul. And it felt like there was a groundswell of support for her that I was like, okay, I think she could take it. And she did. And
she took it.
It was a great moment, and I was just really invested. I'm just so proud of her, and I love her song, and I love that she won, and like seeing her parents in the audience was so beautiful. And Jules is going to have an incredible career. I believe she's on the new season, the new All-Star season. Maybe she'll win that.
They have an All-Star season every 5 seconds.
Oh my God!
Truly, I know nothing about Drag Race other than they do a lot of All-Star seasons.
I know, and the thing is, Nymphia Wind, I'm sorry, was the queen from last season who won, whose name I can't remember. But yes, they do a lot of All-Star seasons. I've not gotten into those, but I'm excited, even though like I feel like a lot of people are even off the Drag Race train, like were more into it like 10 years ago. I'm having a great time. I'm hopeful that I can go back.
Who cares? Love what you love.
I love what I love. And I'm hopeful I'm going to go back and watch some of the old seasons just to see, where Bob the Drag Queen came from, where Monet Exchange came from. I want to see the Trixie Mattel seasons. Like, I know so many queens who are so talented that I don't know how they started as Rue girls. And so I'll go back and watch those.
That's it. Knowing when you get into a reality show, you need to know the history because each season is directly influenced by the seasons prior to it. That's why I watch Survivor in chronological order.
Right. It's all true.
You will never get the people who watch out of order. I can't.
I mean, I did jump into Drag Race.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, like, if I'm jumping into a show, I need to watch from the beginning.
No, that's you.
And that's, I commit.
I commit. I think that's beautiful.
It's like whenever I write something, people are like, you should write a short. And I'm like, it's a feature.
Everything's a feature.
It's a feature. Sorry.
there anything else you'd like to tell the people today, Matt Steele?
Love you all.
We do very much. Thank you guys for listening and or watching, and we'll be back next week with more.
Well, I'll be back.
Excuse me, Matt Steele will be back.
Don't be promising the people
I won't be
shit.
here. I'll be at my reunion.
Yeah.
So
20th reunion.
Yep.
Yep.
Which yours will be next year.
We probably aren't even having a reunion.
Okay, great.
Because my class does not have their shit together.
I love that.
One of my best friends was the class president, and she's like, "I'm not planning anything. Get out of here."
Iconic.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening or watching. We'll be back soon with more 2Gay Mats, the podcast.
Bye.
Bye. Paolo, I love you, and I love how much you love Gabrielle Henrique. We've seen the message.
We love the passion.
We also don't take
We don't accept requests anymore.
like
love you.
full albums. But if you'd like to join the Patreon at a $15 or plus level, you can request that we react to one music video. And we could.
Yeah.
Palmer, you need to watch Drag Race Season 8, Bob's season. I recently listened to Ben Platt's first 2 albums. They're both really great. Oh, I like that little pop album he put out the other year.
Reverie?
Yes, Reverie.
We did a review of that.
We did.
I remember, yeah.
We did, it's true.
Wait, it's the students who plan reunions. It's not the schools. No. Yeah, it's the students.
Ours is in conjunction. I feel like the school and the students.
Well, your
together.
School is more of an institution.
It is. It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Someone tried plan because my friend was like, "I'm not planning a 10th reunion," and we were just like, "Come on, girl, like do it." And she's like, "No, I don't want to." And so someone else was like, "Okay, I'll take the reins and I'll do it." And then it ended up falling through. It ended up being kind of a disaster, and it never happened. Which that sucked because
maybe someone will pick up the reins for 20.
Maybe
I
would love that because I love seeing people. I love.
I was gonna say I almost was like it could be you, but I don't know if you'd want to.
Here's the thing. I love seeing people from my past.
Yes.
I don't love planning shit.
You don't.
That's something I don't do.
Even though, hey, you plan shit on this podcast and the YouTube.
You plan more.
But you're like, this is what we're talking about on YouTube. Like, this is what we should do.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
you're better at the emotional labor of all that though. And I'm musical theater girl. I'm like, tell me what to do. Tell me where to stand. I stand there. I'll hit my mark. I'll do the work that goes into the busy work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. And if you're in the tri-state area and you want to see the show in person,
August 30th.
2GayMatsLive.com.
Link is somewhere.
Link is the pinned comment in this live chat.
In the live chat.
I'm glad I got to catch a stream. I love watching all you make days better.
It's good to see you, Christian.
So nice.
Matt Steele, you got to add Monica's Miss Thing album to Janet's
24 play. Ooh, 24 play is a great song.
I don't know those, so I can't.
You don't know. I mean, don't take it personal. It's on Miss Thing.
Take it, but yeah. But I always thought for decades, I thought that song was just one of them things.
Oh, right. That's
that a girl goes through.
One of them days.
Yeah, I didn't know it was about your period.
Yeah.
I just thought.
It was. Yeah. It was. The subtext was period.
Just one of them things works too.
Yeah.
I'm going through
but
one of them things.
But one of them days is a little bit more
that doesn't
like, oh, I'm just having one of them days. Like that's something people say. No one says just one of them things.
But I'm going through a thing. I feel like that's
I think it's more that you've heard it that way, and so it makes sense.
It makes more sense.
Yeah, to you. Travis Tracks is such a great segment. I hope it continues, even if it's making a playlist for someone different. Oh, I love that. I'm glad you guys like it because I was just like, because I was so invested in hearing what Travis thought. I was like, maybe the people will care.
Yeah, and I love how Travis's comments are just like, I like it.
I know. It's like a single sentence.
It's like, yes,
it's a word.
We won.
He's wrong. He doesn't get looking in.
Okay, he doesn't get it. Yeah.
He knows he's Travis Tracks, right? On the podcast? Okay, good.
This is Travis of Travis Tracks.
This is Travis.
He knows he's Travis Tracks.
Matt Steele, what year were you born?
I was born in the year of our Lord, the year of the dragon, 2000. I was born the year of the dragon.
He was born a year after me.
Which was 87.
I'm 87. And I don't know why we can't say the number since we've just done the math.
I'm like Mariah. We don't acknowledge.
Time.
Actually, it was a great year. Fuck it. 88.
Yes.
June 19th, 1988. What were y'all doing? Because I was living.
Yeah, you were. I was living too. I was a year and a half.
But were you living? See, I was living.
You would just... been born. You weren't doing anything. You were crying.
Actually, I like almost died, so I wasn't.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was premature. I was a month premature. I mean, I didn't almost die. For being a full month premature, they were actually like, he's pretty healthy for. I was only on a respirator for 5 days.
Okay, that's good.
And then I was fine.
Was being a premature baby more dangerous back then than it is now? Because I feel like there are premature babies now that like
I would imagine, but the thing is, like, I truly like I think I wasn't like in like the NICU for like a huge amount of time. I was truly like I was in the NICU. Mom, are you here? How long was I in the NICU? No, because I came off because my birthday's June 19th. My mom's and my grandfather's birthday was June 24th, and I came off the respirator on their birthday.
Oh,
so I was on the respirator for 5 days, and then I think I came home like June 30th or July 1st. So like I was barely a preemie, guys. And also I was a month premature, but I was still bigger than my brother. So for being premature, I was like very fully developed. It was just my lungs that weren't totally developed yet. And it was just like, oh, he just needs a couple days. He'll be fine.
Hey, I love that we
brush it off.
We both had odd birth stories because, you know, I was born in the ambulance on the way to the hospital.
You were, that's right.
My poor mom.
She was probably pissed. She was just like,
because she had I think she had a C-section with my brother, and so if you've had a C-section, you're supposed to have a C-section.
I was C-section,
but I was like,
she was not prepared.
I was raring to go, and then my mom was like, "No, I need the drugs. I need the drugs.
I need the drugs.
Like,
cut me open."
And the lady in the ambulance was like, "Ma'am, I see him.
This ain't gonna be a C-section.
That ship has sailed." Yeah, and it was like, because again, my mom had this little boy, my brother, running around the house, and she had to like basically lie down in the driveway, just like on her back, waiting for the ambulance. And it's just like, oof, I'm sorry. I am sorry.
I love premature, so Steele was meant to be even younger.
Yeah, it's what born in the ambulance I'd be. I mean, I don't think the birth was completed in the ambulance, but it began.
It began. Yeah.
But I do think, you know, sometimes when you have a natural birth like that like there's less recovery time for the mom. Like I feel like it's such a major surgery, a C-section.
Well, and my mom, she kept ripping open her stitches because they were like, you can't go to the like NICU to see him. You can't see him much. And she was like, fuck you. And she would get up out of the bed because she just wanted to like stand up and like look at me. And she would be holding her insides in.
You are your mother's child.
They were like, Linda, you need
literally can't do this.
Yeah, they were like, Linda, you can't do this. Your insides will fall out. And she was like, fuck you.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so I was still bigger than my brother, even though I was premature, because I was 6 pounds 2 ounces, which is very big for a premature baby. So I was good. That was fine.
You were chilling. I don't know how big I was. I'm sure my mom has the number somewhere, but
yeah, you don't know how big you were? 6 pounds. I was 6 pounds 2 ounces. I was born at 8:11 p.m.
No, I knew the time because I was using it for some like astrology app I had.
Oh, nice.
So I asked my mom.
Yeah.
I think it was early I mean, it must have been early. It was middle of the night probably. I don't know. I had a place to go, people to see.
Yeah.
You know, I was excited to be a part of the world.
You were in a rush. Yeah, you wanted to do it on yourself. You didn't want anyone cutting your mom open. You were just like, I can do this myself.
Yeah. Which was always my thing. That's another childhood story of mine is when I was like, I don't know however old you're like about to be learning how to tie your shoes.
Yeah.
And I was like sitting there just trying over and over and over again. My mom was like, I mean, I can just tie them for you. And she was,
You're
I was like,
no,
I'll do it myself. And she was like, okay.
You are that.
And just like went to bed, and I'm sure I like fell asleep and cried in all of my efforts to tie the shoe.
Ray says I was born early, so I was born while my dad was flying home from a business trip, and they announced it on the plane speaker. Oh, that's kind of so fun. My one of my good friends' fathers was born on a plane, like on the plane from China, escaping communist China to Taiwan.
Whoa. Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah. With the umbilical cord wrapped around my neck. I know that happens.
No, we don't like that.
My birth story, my mom.
I know. We both had birth stories.
Birth stories are fun. I was born early in the morning on a Sunday, and my mom did no drugs. I don't know how or why she did that.
Yeah, I mean, if I was, having a baby coming out of my body, I would ask for all the drugs.
Sure.
Personally.
Yeah. My mom went into labor with me, I think, on Mother's Day originally in May, but I was due in July.
Yeah.
And they did something to halt the labor.
Yeah.
And then she went to labor with me again on Father's Day. And I was born on Father's Day.
There you go. What a gift.
I know.
Oh my gosh, a gift to your parents.
I am a gift. I am Beyonce's The Gift.
Kind of.
That album is about me.
I don't know if that's true. It's about Simba.
I am Simba. I relate to Simba.
I was listening to that again, and I was like, man, I do love that they just like have their version of Hakuna Matata.
I know.
And what a great song.
I was born 4 months early. Ooh,
Oh
Tyler.
my goodness. That's
You
super
are
early.
killing the game.
Yeah.
You turned out great.
Yeah, birthing is weird.
I know.
It's also just like, it's always more dangerous than you imagine it to be.
I mean, that's why so many women like died during childbirth in the old days.
I
know.
And it still happens now every once in a while, which, by the way, we won't get political again, but that's something that happens. That's something that happens. Yes, but yes, it's a scary world out there.
Yeah. So don't get pregnant. I don't. It's a scary world. Don't get pregnant.
I mean, I hope trust your doctor, your
do
care
what you want.
team.
Yeah.
And medical professionals believe women when they say how their body feels. Like, don't just write them off.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And if a woman is like, I think I'm in labor, trust her.
Trust her.
Can
Believe women.
someone explain the difference between The Gift and Black is King?
Black is King is the movie of The Gift.
The Gift is the album. Black is King is the
film.
movie that The Gift is the soundtrack of.
Yes, that's right.
I explained that to Travis.
I love that.
Because The Gift songs are on the playlist. Wow. I had to take them off. There were 3, and
Not even Find Your Way Back?
No, I know. I was devastated.
Matthew.
But I was like, listen, some things need to be cut. And
You could have cut a Lorde or two.
no. There's so much Beyonce on this playlist that it can't just be a whole Beyonce playlist.
All right, that's
it
true.
could,
But
Beyonce, I think, is the most represented artist.
That's fair. I like how much Mariah we're getting in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait for the butterfly era.
Back in the old days when we got visuals from her. Oh, wow.
I remember that. Oh, okay. Is there anything else you want to tell the people?
Love you all.
We love you all.
Happy Easter, happy Passover,
Yes.
happy all of it.
We love you. Have a great time.
Yeah.
And have a great time this time next week when I'm not around.
Yeah, wish me luck.
You'll do it.
Wish me luck,
I believe
kids.
you can do it.
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.